We live. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing
What's good,
today?
guys?
Yes. Today is what day is it today? It's
Saturday, August 28th.
boom. That's what it is. 2021. How's everybody feeling? We and Neo back with another super stream is what I like to call them because we kind of go through a bunch of topics in the news, trying to keep you guys filled in on what we think is interesting. You know.
Yep, indeed.
Yep. So, guys, we got a few stories to cover here. I'm going to kind of kick us off. If you aren't already following the boy on Instagram at See Through the Script, please do. I do a lot of my decodes over here. So, we're going to go through a few things about a few decodes here that I've covered in the last week or so. So yeah, let's just get right into it. And again, I hope everybody's doing good. Just check in one time in the chat. And what up, everybody? I see all of y'all for real.
What's
Thank
good,
you.
guys?
Okay. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Here it is. So the first story that we're gonna cover, excuse me, and look into is a story from August 21st, or at least the incident itself happened. So we can just quickly read through the article here. Kodak Black is lucky to be alive. The Pompano Beach, Florida rapper was apparently on board a private plane with boxer Javante Davis and a host of others on Saturday, August 21st, when the plane crashed shortly after takeoff. Davis took to Instagram to live stream the aftermath of the crash, where he detailed the only injuries he suffered were to his feet and buttocks. Kodak wasn't as lucky and took to Twitter to inform fans of his injuries from the flight. So I saw this story again. Sorry, this story came on August 22nd, but again, the incident was on August 21st. And right off the top, I knew something was up with this, and we'll go through with this, and I'll explain why I felt like I noticed something. So, as you can see, from Kodak's 24th to the plane crash, which is June 11th, 21 to August 21st, 2021, is a span of 71 days. And notice here that his stage name in the most basic cipher, Kodak Black equals 71. He was in the plane with boxer Javante Davis. Boxer equals 71. And again, who's behind these numerical rituals? None other than the Society of Jesus, which equals 71. Moving forward, you can also see here that the plane, or the day that their plane crashed upon takeoff, was August 21st, the day leaving 132 days left in the year. And in our English Sumerian cipher, at which both these men survived a plane crash, survived plane crash equals 1302. With the rules of numerology, you would drop the zero, leaving us with 132. And we can also see again, linking back to who's behind these riddles, is none other than the Catholic Church, another synchronicity, and we have that 132 connection. But also, to further implement that on the Javante Davis side, note the crash took place on the 21st of August, right? Saturday, August 21st, 78 days from Javante's upcoming birthday. So again, that's August 21st to November 7th, 21 is a span of 78 days. And mind you, again, this happened on the 21st, and it's 78 days from his birthday, matching with the word Jesuit in 2 out of our 4 base ciphers here. So again, more Jesuit fingerprints. But this right here is actually the main reason why I found this story interesting, because there's been a lot of news of celebrities or entertainers actually passing away during flights or modes of transportation. And one of the biggest ones that sparked the world was Kobe Bryant's
Of
passing.
course.
Yes,
Yep.
definitely. That Neo, obviously, a lot of people woke up to this info around that time, right?
Right.
So very interesting moment. So to say the least, right here, you can see a story from June 22nd, 2021, and the headline reads: Kodak Black comes under fire for his Kobe Bryant inspired helicopter. Mind you, this is during the time of Kodak's 24th birthday, and he goes and gets a Kobe tributed helicopter and car, as you can see, with the balloons. He's got the
Mm-hmm.
purple and yellow. So again, mode of transportation at which Kobe died. This
Right.
man is now in a headline on the 21st of August, 2 days short of Kobe's birthday, actually. And he's in an accident in a plane, right? So notice that from Kodak buying this helicopter to the crash in the private jet, both on the 21st of their respectable months. June 21st to August 21st, 21 is a span of 62 days, matching with his full name in the most pure cipher, Bill Kahan Capri, equaling 62. So it's just, to me, it's undoubtable that this story prior to this crash with Gervonta is nothing more than foresight to what was going to happen. And I'm sure there's potentially more that could happen after this story in particular with the plane crash, right? So this is definitely something that I'm going to look into more, but something that I did want to bring light to, so I had that posted up on the gram. But let me just check in with the chat. Hopefully the audio is good. What's
Welcome,
up?
Denise.
Yes. Thank you, everybody. Oh, it's all good for the work. You got to get that bread. We feel you. Tiger crashed on 2/23. Yes, actually, I did a post about that one, but shit, it's deep down in the Instagram. But yeah, definitely. So another story that I'm going to briefly look into. This one was very interesting. This was on August 23rd, 2021. So funny enough, we're just coming off the back of talking about a little bit about Kobe, and now here's a story from Kobe's birthday, but unrelated. But as you can see here, it states Jimmy Hayes, ex-NHL player, dead at the age of 31. And right off the bat, the first thing that sparked me was the lesser date numerology, the month plus the day equaling 31, matching his age of death, but also the sport that he played. In the most pure cipher, hockey equals 31, matching his age, right? So how fitting. And moving forward, Jimmy Hayes died on the 23rd of August, and I just want to go back to the first slide here. As you can see, this is straight from Google. Died August 23rd, 2021. And as you can see, his last name, Hayes, in reverse full reduction, 23, matching with the sport he played with, 23, and the position, as it stated, he's a former NHL winger. Winger equals 32, the reflection of 23, all in the same cipher too. So I guess another strange coincidence. And next, you can see his full name, James Ryan Hayes, has that 2 out of the 2 match in our reduction ciphers with Society of Jesus. Again, who these rituals are tied to, who owns these sports leagues, who owns these music industries. Again, it all ties back to the Society of Jesus. And speaking of them, from Jimmy's death to what would have been his 32nd birthday, August 23rd to November 21st is a span of 91 days. And the Society of Jesus equals 91 in reverse full reduction. And 91 is the 13th triangular number. And notice that he passed on August 23rd, the day leaving 130 days left in the year.
How
right?
perfect.
Too perfect, right? Because we know what that is. When you see the zero, you drop it, leaving you with 13. And again, another 13 connection here. But here's where it's very interesting, and this just, to me, solidified it, was the fact that his younger brother, he's currently in the league. And again, we're discussing the death of his older brother. And from Kevin, the man to the left, to from Kevin's birthday, the man to the left, to his older brother, Jimmy, the man to the right, his death, that's May 8th, 2021 to August 23rd, 21, is a span of 107 days. Something we see often in relation to family members losing one another, right? We see
and
the ritual
I also just want to point out that a lot of the times in these sports rituals, I've noticed that they connect the death with a family member that's also in that sports field as well. Like I remember a few months, not even a few months, probably about a few weeks ago, there was a death in Houston, a track star. I forgot his name, but we did a decode on it, and his death was synced up perfectly with his father. His father was the coach of the track team that his son attended. So I just wanted to point that out, that a lot of the times these deaths are synced up perfectly with a family member that's also in the entertainment, or not entertainment, but in the sports industry.
Agreed. Yeah, there's a lot of connection to that, and I think we see the reason why, right? With the practice of gematria, you can see clearly that they're using this in a ritualistic way, as we're seeing one brother who's still currently in this Masonic / Jesuit owned league, and the other one who left the league, unfortunately left the earth, and at a very strange time from the one who's currently in the league, if you get me. So
Right.
again, you see the 107 connection with ritual sacrifice and sacrifice alone equaling 170. Again, with the rules of numerology, zeros are dropped, leaving us with 17. And I quickly just want to point out here, as you can see to the right, it says no other details surrounding the former NHL player's death were given, right? And this is sourced from TMZ. Just so often that we hear that from, young athletes. Again, this man was 31 years old and he was a former professional NHL player. Mind you, it's not too easy to get yourself into these leagues, correct?
No, it's
So to be 31 years old, look, I'm not saying people don't pass of natural things. However, there isn't so many celebrities in the earth. So when people say like, oh, is every celebrity death a ritual? Well, how many celebrities do you really know? There's really not that much. So yes, there is going to be a lot of rituals happening with these people's deaths because they are part of a select few of society, the cabal.
plus. How do you explain the numbers lining up so perfectly?
Exactly. Whether you understand the language of gematria or not, it doesn't take too much to learn if you're willing. And once you do, even without it, you can just see like, that's pretty strange. If these two words seem to have that value of numbers of 107 and the brother of the other brother who's passed died exactly a span of 107 days, that's like that's a weird connection. Like, I don't know how people are gonna take
right.
it, but to me, I think like, wow, that's pretty strange to me. Again,
Exactly.
that's my opinion, that's our opinion, but anyways, let's move on real quick. So to further solidify the point though, the commissioner of the NHL, he goes by the name of Gary. And from Gary's 69th, and again, Jewish mysticism 69, the Jesuit order 69, which I don't have up there, but definitely you can verify that. But from Gary's 69th to Jimmy's death, that's June 2nd, my apologies, 21 to August 23rd, 21 is a span of 83 days.
Oh, perfect.
And yeah, exactly, right? Because murder equals 83. And this is something that we discuss a lot with the murder code in 83. Let me just quickly pull it up now because you just got to have it. Murder by numbers, the perfect poster to pull up in this scenario here for the murder example. But as you can see, guys, on the screen, the title for the movie Murder by Numbers featuring Sandra Bullock, which came out in 2002. You can see the E is changed to a 3 and the B is changed to an 8. Murder equals 38 and 83. Murder equals 83 and death equals 38. My apologies. And the star of the show, the film, Sandra Bullock, her name equals 83 as well. So the murder code is very interesting. And also, just to add to that, because I know someone's going to be like, oh, wait, what about this too? Murder by numbers, the police. Right?
Yeah, that song. Yep.
This is
Came
crazy.
out in '83, I believe.
1983. Exactly. Yep. 1983, and the song's titled "Murder by the Numbers." And I always recommend anybody reading these lyrics. Zach's put us onto this tons of times. Exactly. Like you can see it right here because it's murder by numbers 1, 2, 3. It's as easy to learn as your ABCs. Like, come on, man. Come on. I mean,
even a lot of people don't really point this out, but even that famous Michael Jackson song ABC, it's easy as 1, 2, 3. So
yes, exactly.
Even he was hinting at that, and that song probably came out in the 70s, I believe.
Exactly. And even just real quick, although we're side railing real quick, but the Police put out this song Murder by Numbers on the album Synchronicity. And they're talking about murder by numbers, people getting offed by a code. And what are we doing? We're literally showing that exact code in full effect in your present day. Yep. And disclaimer, again, Jimmy's official cause of death has yet to be revealed at the time of this post. And I believe still to this moment, still haven't heard a cause of his death.
Well, the cause of death is the Society of Jesus.
Exactly. Realistically, the story that will be fed in terms of what actually it led to it is never actually what it is. Yep. And that's just the unfortunate truth.
And just one more thing. As far as songs, don't forget Gematria, the Killing Name. By the band Slipknot, I feel like that's the ultimate mockery.
100%, man. And what is it? The first member of that band died at the age of 38,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
gematria equals 38, death equals 38, murder equals 38. Like, these are concrete examples of how this cabal is using this language in your face through imagery, through music, because it'll be looked at as fictitious. It's not real because it's coming through these avenues in your ears. But you have to realize that these people use these medians of entertainment to actually merge reality and fiction together.
Exactly.
So, yeah, great point, man. Definitely worth mentioning those three things in relation to the code. But moving forward, you could also see that Jimmy Hayes has that infamous 47 in full reduction NHL, at which the league he played in. Here's the proof.
That's a perfect name to have for the league.
You feel me? Exactly. The 47. And why? Because, again, like I stated earlier, it's a Masonic league under Jesuitical order. Masonic degree, or the Masonic compass that most of us know, is set at a 47-degree angle. So again, the number 47 is very prominent with government authority. President equals 47. There's a lot to that number. Let's see here. And that's about it for that decode. Um, but we're going to jump over right away because we're just kind of covering things. I'm going to go through some stories. Neo's going to go through some things. Real quick, I'll check in with the chat, see what's up with everybody. Denise says she just watched the music video of ABC. Look at that, man. Weird synchronicity right there. Let's see. Bird Box 38. Interesting.
Police 33.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good point. All right. So here, let's carry on real quick. We're gonna go through some more stories. But look at this. We're just talking about the number 83. We literally just covered that. And now look, another headline. Charlie Watts, drummer for the Rolling Stones, dies at the age of 80. And as you can see, let's just get it straight into the decode. You guys could always come by the post and read the articles for yourself. But from Charlie's 80th to his passing, June 2nd, 21 to August 24th, 21, 83 days, matching his surname Watts equaling 83 in the murder code 83. Oh, let's go back here. And the date numerology of his passing had that prime numerology of 73, matching with the Rolling Stones, the band that he was in, and the sacrifice code equaling 73. And I actually forgot to put up there, but ritual sacrifice equals 73 in the most pure cipher as well. But notice that Charlie's birthday is on June 2nd, written 6/2, matching with Rolling Stones and the sacrifice code as well.
Perfect.
And next, you can also see that his full name, Charles Robert Watts, has that infamous 74, and 80, once spelled out, equals 74, matching his age of death and his name. And occult equals 74, Masonic equals 74. And obviously, there's no doubt that the band Rolling Stones, I guess you could say, is in line with the Beatles in terms of popularity. In terms of one's more popular than the other, I'm not here to go into that, but to say the least, they've been around. And I think, Neo, I don't know, what's your take on, you remember back in the day, they would do like, I remember I saw this when I was coming up on like conspiracies or whatever people want to call this, reversing tracks and backmasking or whatever they called it. When you hear stuff backwards.
Yeah.
Definitely real stuff, for sure.
One thing I remember about that is, how when Obama was running for president, his slogan was "Yes, we can." I don't know if you remember that.
Yes.
And a lot of people say if you play that backwards, it says "Thank you, Satan," and it actually does. Even if you like spell out "Yes, we can" on paper and you spell it out backwards, it says "Nak you say." So it almost does sound like "Thank you, Satan." So
yeah, I do. I remember that example specifically too. Yeah.
And,
yeah,
and
man,
a lot of other songs you could listen to that too. Like one of that Kanye West and what is it? Kanye West and who is it? Jay-Z song, "Niggas in Paris." In the very beginning, in the background, you can hear someone say, "We killed Tupac."
Yeah. I think I remember that one too. Yeah, exactly. And I bring that up to say that a band like this, when I put up the fact that his full name equals 74, matching the age of his death when written out 74, and occult and Masonic equaling 74, like these men are 100% behind the usage of arts, like I was saying, to have this median leveled to us, for them to have things embedded in this art sonically, through the frequencies, through what they're saying, through the imagery. And no doubt a band member from the Rolling Stones is a part of that.
Yep.
And it's funny. Someone in the chat. Let me. I saw that actually. Let's see. 80 equals 38. Good catch, man. You're a step ahead of the decode because let's take a look. Charlie died at the age of 80. And again, we
Nice.
could see 80 equals 38 in full reduction. So good catch on DJ there. And drummer equals 38, death equals 38. Also 97 matching in the reverse ordinal cipher. So how fitting, right? Like, and again, gematria equals 38 and Kabbalah equals 38, right? RIP equals 38. So that list is just practically never ending. So that's that decode. And then we're going to jump over to the next one. And this one was very interesting. So this is still dark, unfortunately, but it's not a death related one. This news, actually, shout out my boy. Let me show him some love in the chat. Yeah, my boy Pokemon, man. He knows who he is. Real one, man. He put me onto this story, and I looked into it, and definitely a lot to cover here real quick. So basically, Elon Musk says we need universal basic income because in the future, physical work will be a choice. And this is something that me, Neo, and Gematria Gaming were talking about last stream, and we've talked
Yep.
about several times, UBIs, universal basic income, and how they're not a good thing for us because that just essentially means it's like we're all on welfare and no one really gets the chance to thrive beyond what the government gives them and lets them do. So, and mind you, Neo, you covered the story about the Tesla bot, right?
Right. The Tesla bot. Yeah.
So it's just funny because the same man who people give a lot of praise to in terms of being so innovative and
Mm-hmm.
being the one to lead us forward and progressive, and meanwhile he's actually plotting to hold you back
Exactly.
just through the guise of making it seem like it's
Exactly.
better.
That's
And
why I don't mean to cut you off, but
no, no, no,
a
please.
lot of people they look up towards Elon Musk because he's investing in like digital currency and shit. But what a lot of people don't realize is this man, he's a puppet, and he is guiding you towards your demise. People think this cryptocurrency is the next big thing, and it's going to save us. It's not. It's just going to enslave us even more. And Elon Musk, that's one of his biggest things outside of Tesla and SpaceX is to invest in crypto. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
just my take
exactly,
on
man.
it, man.
No, well, I love that you used the word enslave us because let's just jump into the numbers. Who's going to enslave us? Well, it's none other than the Holy Roman Empire, keep us in the Dark Ages, Babylon era.
Mm-hmm.
And what is things like a universal basic income potentially going to lead to? Sure, someone might say I'm theorizing here, but population control, because you only have so much money, you can only afford so much. Meaning, how could you keep on popping out kids if you don't have the opportunity to control how much money you're getting because you're literally subscribed to the government's payment
Mm-hmm.
structure, which is
Mm-hmm.
considered a UBI. Global currency reset. Well, similar to what Gematria Gaming was discussing, but it looks as if we are heading to a very interesting time of economic collapse or some sort of change. We've heard of the Gov coin, and you just mentioned cryptocurrencies. So the idea of a currency reset is very interesting. And notice how,
Right.
again, every word I'm saying, as you can see, is coming from the screen, all having the 88 numerology. And surrender your soul. That's why I said I like when you said enslaved, is because you are literally surrendering your soul. And I'm not saying money is your soul, but the idea that you have the ability to work for the money that is available to you is part of your ability as a human to have pride in yourself and succeed. We're not
Right.
meant to be limited. We're meant to
Right.
have the ability to be limitless. And again, guaranteed income, how fitting, equals 88. Government tyranny equals 88. And universal basic income equals 88, which this all ties back to. So from top to bottom, all those words are very crucial in terms of how they align with the UBI. But, oh, my bad. Let's see here. What is a universal basic income? It is a government program in which every adult citizen receives a set amount of money regularly. The goal of basic income system are to alleviate poverty and replace other need-based social programs that potentially require greater bureaucratic involvement. The idea of UBI has gained momentum in the US, and automation increasingly replaces workers in manufacturing and other sectors of the economy. So this is from Investopedia. And what is our guy Elon Musk saying? that physical work will be a choice. And again, Neo discussed the idea of the Tesla bot. So robots will be taking over a lot of the work that we do. And what does Investopedia state the definition of a UBI is? Well, the idea that automation, aka AI, robots, computers will remove us, which will
Mm-hmm.
justify this, right? So very important for people to see it. Notice how I underlined alleviate poverty. So remember that. Because again, here's another example real quick before I go into that, is the fact that California legislature passed, and the governor supports a $35 million statewide UBI program that will likely provide around $1,000 a month, primarily to young people who are transitioning out of the state's foster care system. So this is a more central focus towards the foster care system, but who's to say this isn't going to lead out to the everyday citizen, right?
Right.
And again, how would they do that? Something like a global currency reset. People are down bad. They have to sell assets. They need to come up. Businesses are changing. Automation, lockdowns. You get me.
Mm-hmm.
But notice the 35. This number 35 is obviously a favorited number by them, and here's why. Catholic 35, Jesuitism equals 35, and Baphomet equals 35. And again, for those who don't know what Jesuitism actually means, if you look it up in the 1828 Webster Dictionary, it basically states that Jesuitism is to be cunning and be cunning for an effective purpose. So basically be deceitful, and speak with hypocrisy, and basically double speak, which is what the Jesuits are masters of. And here's an article from my sort of ends. Liberal delegates endorse a universal basic income, reject capital gain tax hike. So basically, this article is very funny because if you read into it, again, it's sourced here, so anybody can read this. But basically, they state how people are already getting checks from CERB, is what they call it in Canada, which is like the Canadian Emergency Relief Benefit, and essentially you're getting money for during the time of COVID-19 and yada yada. And basically they're saying how, well, look how that system's working, because a lot of people are not trying to go back to work. I don't know about what's going on with you, Neo. You can tell me in a sec, but
No, it's the same thing, man. It's the
exactly,
exact
bro.
same
Like
thing.
niggas ain't trying to go back to work. They're happy getting, a liquid $1,000, $2,000, and being like, all right, man, like I'm gonna hold it down at home
Right.
and chill and not do anything with my life. And that's
Exactly.
where they want us, right? That's where they want us. So they basically saying how, like, look, you guys are already getting it now, so it ain't so bad if you get it this way too. So you see how they ease it into people's brains, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then here's a list of countries that have attempted like a global UBI. And again, not all remained successful doing this. And again, maybe because they didn't have all their pieces in the puzzle. A pandemic, a global reset, tragedy around the world. There needs to be things happening to curate this sort of change, right? And as you can see, there's the countries here, like Canada, US, China, India, Iran, Germany, etc. But again, we talked about, I'm just going to go back because I don't know if people forgot. But look, the Investopedia definition of a UBI, the basic goal, the first thing they state is to alleviate poverty. And what does this align with so well? Well, it's perfectly in line with the 17 goals of 2030 sustainable development from none other than the United Nations. And what's their first goal out of 17 goals? It literally says right there, no poverty. So how would they achieve that, people might ask? Well, that's literally what we're discussing. Notice the first primary goal for the road to 2030 is to bring poverty globally to 0%. One might wonder, how will they achieve said goal? Well, after crippling our economy with a pandemic, oh, God damn it, your boy spelled it wrong. But, but anyways, they have people already collecting government checks. As the citizens get more and more complacent, the government will transition to the
Hey,
UBI.
but by the way, you still have Pokemon's comment up. I don't know if you still
Oh,
wanted that up there. Yeah,
oh,
it's kind of blocking the.
oh my God. Good
Yeah,
catch. How do I take that shit off, bro?
you
I don't
gonna have to
even.
scroll all the way back to his comment and unclick it.
God damn it,
Yeah.
man. Pokemon, you fucked me up, fam. You
Wait.
fucked me
Actually,
up.
I think you took it off. Wait, scroll
Nah, I'm
back
just
down,
playing.
but you added another one of his
I
comments.
did still.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. Goddamn. My bad, y'all. Oh, there it is. All right, man. All right. Hopefully,
There you
good
go.
catch. Good catch. It's good that you catch that. Hopefully, you guys
Yeah.
saw most of what I was doing, but you could just hear what I was saying. You
Right.
feel me? But I also just left a little disclaimer that again, there's tons of research about UBI programs, so take your time and look into it. But and then I ended it with this, touching on your article, just the fact that again, Elon Musk is the same man who's advocating for a UBI, also advocating for automation, and UBI requires or is relying off automation to
Mm-hmm.
justify a UBI. So it's like it all comes full circle when you
Right.
have the eyes to see, and you don't even need the numbers necessarily to make those connections, but the
Right.
numbers definitely solidify what you see.
Indeed.
And a couple more stories, so hopefully you're cool with that. And
Absolutely, man. Take your time.
cool. So let's get into it here. This one was very, very interesting. Someone sent me this in the DMs, and they're like, "Yo, look at this." It actually sent me the Tony Hawk, uh, the Tony Hawk headline in the
Mm-hmm.
commercial, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh my god!" I don't know if you got the chance to see this.
I did it, man.
Okay, so this one's very interesting. We got a little video. It's very short. It's actually 56 seconds long, and I think we all know why.
How
Um,
perfect.
you know what I'm saying? So this one is very interesting. So basically, he sent me this, and it says Tony Hawk teams up with Liquid Death to release skateboard decks infused with his blood. And this story came out on August 24th. And this immediately made me think of this individual to the left, Little Nas X, release of his Satan, quote unquote,
Mm-hmm.
Nikes containing human blood sell
Mm-hmm.
out in under a minute. So I don't want to go too long on this because, to be fair, I actually did decode this full thing on my page.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys can check out the video, but I'm just going to cover the two things that I have and then show the video. But if you guys want to see a fuller decode, I do have this on my YouTube page. But look at what you can see here. This Little Nas story came from March 29th, 21 to the release of Tony's blood-infused skateboards August 24th is a span of 149 days, which is the 35th prime number. And again, we just saw this 35 code in the previous page, Catholic, Jesuitism, Baphomet, but also more importantly, Satan equals 35. And you guys are going to, if you can't already tell, this is satanic, but literally one of them has Satan in the headline.
Right.
You'll see right after. But notice here, this is imagery from the commercial, which is showing Tony Hawk's supposed blood infused with blood red paint, and then you have the biblical mockery of the Luke 10:18 verse with the 666 edition, because apparently he released 666 of them. This is Little Nas X product here. So notice blood, evil, Jesuit, all matching, and 3 out of the 4 base ciphers. The only difference being the reflection in Jesuit, in 84 and 42 being the reflection of 24 and 48. But let's get over to this video, but let me make sure the audio is going to work.
Okay.
Let's see here. What do I got to do? Oh, yeah. Let me stop share real quick and then go back. Give me a sec, y'all. We going to get this right. I just want to show you guys a quick commercial with Tony Hawk. I don't know if you guys got to see that on the Instagram page. I'm happy you did, but we're going to have to see it again, because this is just some strange stuff that they putting out there. But more than strange, it's really just so telling behind who's behind the imagery that's being
Mm-hmm.
shown to us. So let's take a look here. Hopefully the audio works. Can you see what I'm showing, y'all?
Yeah, I can. I'm pretty sure they can too. I'm gonna go ahead and mute my mic. That way, I don't interfere with the audio.
All right. Let me hold up. You know what? I'm just gonna hold up. I'm gonna play it on YouTube because Instagram's annoying.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, let me play it on YouTube real quick. YouTube.
Pokemon says the meatheads, the meatheads that think Elon Musk is trying to save the world, gotta be the dumbest motherfuckers in the world. I agree.
Yeah, my boy Pokemon, aka Sean, he said it right, man. That's exactly what it is. People are just, oh my god, like you can't see that this man is literally out for your demise. He is literally out for your demise. He is thriving off him being richer and you being poorer.
Indeed.
So, boom, share screen. Um, We're going to go to YouTube, share that audio. All right, guys, I hope you can hear this. We're going to get into it. It is the commercial for Tony Hawk's collaboration with Liquid Death. And basically, Liquid Death is a water company. He'll tell you what it is. And notice here, it's 56 seconds. Very interesting commercial. Your boy had to hit the dislike because, come on, this shit's some fuckery. But hopefully you guys do that too. I'm just playing. But let's look.
Hey, what's up? I'm Tony Hawk, and I recently became an ambassador for Liquid Death Mountain Water. Apparently, I didn't read the fine print, and now Liquid Death officially owns my soul and my blood, too? I don't know. It's very confusing. They're taking my blood, and we're going to use it for skateboard graphics. So they're going to mix my blood into the paint and do a limited run of skateboards using my real blood in the graphics. But some of the profits will go towards killing plastic pollution and to building skate parks in underserved communities. Yeah, so I guess go to liquiddeath.com to get skateboards with my blood in it. So wait, if you have my blood, that means you have my DNA.
Get the Liquid Death skateboard infused with 100% real Tony Hawk today. Wow, you can own your very own piece of Birdman, but hurry. Supplies are extremely limited, so visit liquiddeath.com/hawkblood right now.
Alrighty.
Yo, what the fuck?
Go get your bro,
Hey,
what do you
Tony
think?
Hawk,
Oh
bro,
shit.
Yes,
Oh
nice.
shit. Oh
This is
sorry
the
guys.
wired autocomplete.
We got the shill himself talking about his skateboards. All right. Let's get back to sharing the screen here. So what do you think of that, Neil?
That was wild, dude. I'm not too surprised, but it's just the fact that he just comes out and just exposes himself like that. That's crazy.
It's just like, man, like what else?
And he even said, "I just, what did he say? I just signed my soul."
Exactly. He says, I think
just sold my soul or something?
sold my soul, and you guys own my DNA, and like you guys have my blood, right? And it's like, first of all, it's just like, what? Like, come on, like, how do we just classify this as like basic art or imagery? Like, when did art have to be this dark? Not to say that art can't have that aesthetic of darkness and whatever, but I think there's a fine line between like what you sell to the masses and what I guess you keep in the dark.
Indeed.
Hey, it shows you that they're trying to bring the dark to light, but not in a good way, if you get what I'm trying to say. They're trying to bring the dark to the forefront, shall I say. Not to the light, but we're trying to bring the dark to the light and trying to show people what the fuck is happening. Rather, they are literally trying to bring it to the forefront and make it part of your life. Endorse this type of stuff. Own these type of products. And next story, as we're, like I said, just kind of going through some stuff. Drake maybe revealed the Certified Lover Boy release date on SportsCenter. So this was some interesting news, and the reason I covered this obviously is because I'm trying to get more people into this knowledge, and there is topics that people are going to be interested in very much, and topics that people won't give two fucks about. And sadly, I can tell where people are at. And again, I have
sports. Yep.
Exactly, bro, because I'm posting this stuff, and I'll post about dead president in Africa, and niggas don't give a shit. But I'll talk about Drizzy, and everybody will pull up. Everybody has something to say about Drizzy Drake.
Yeah, man, that's just where people's minds are at, dude.
So, you know what I'm saying? So if people wonder, like, why would you decode this or whatever? You know what? That's exactly the reason why. Because people are already looking at this. They're already invested in him, sadly, emotionally, maybe even financially, which is even worse. But, whatever. You get my point. So let's look into this. So Drake, this man is definitely aware. And if he isn't aware, which he is aware,
I'm pretty sure.
Of his...
You remember with him and Diddy when he was I think it was on Instagram Live.
Yes.
P Diddy was talking to Drake, and he said, Drake, there's something about the numbers that makes people, top 5, or like everybody's assigned a specific number, and P Diddy was just going in on numbers and numbers and numbers, and I'm like, wow. I think Zach even shared it. That's who I found out about it from.
Yeah, exactly. I actually think I saw that from Zach's page as well, which, he's talking about the code of mathematics, and sure. So these guys know exactly what's up with the mathematics, aka Kabbalah, aka gematria. So this does actually have a lot of lineage and linkage back to Saturn and basically the god Kronos, which the Greeks referred to Saturn as, and essentially how Saturn is the dark planet, the keeper of time, the ruler of chaos and destruction, and basically there is a significant occult worship towards Saturn, to say the least. And Drake himself is literally the top of the rap game right now. Whether people want to say he's a rapper or whatever,
Right.
he is.
I
the
don't feel
most
like he
popular.
needs to be in that position, but yeah, he is.
Correct. And how did he get there? Well, I think seeing this repetitive pattern, because what I'm basically trying to get at, and I am going to do a little selfish plug here and go to my YouTube channel because I want people to look at this video. We're not going to play this video, but just to back up everything I'm about to say about Drake now. First of all, I have this video here. Highly recommend checking this one out. Saturn, the keeper of time, and the cube symbolism. This will give you a lot more explanation as to the Saturn references I'll be making, but also specifically to Drake right here. 3 months ago, I put this video out, and it was him winning the Artist of a Decade award, Time Ritual. And again, like I just said, Saturn is the keeper of time, and Drake is, again, very much connected to Saturn. So highly recommend checking out those videos to further understand what I'm about to say. But to say the least, let's get into it. So basically the headline, the story goes on to read, the show's normal introduction of sports highlights was noticeably interrupted by some glitchy looking clips and warped vocals, which ultimately settled in a shot of a cardboard sign that read CLB September 3rd. And again, that's Certified Lover Boy, his album. And September 3rd, a date written 9/3 or 3/9. And again, Drake equals 39 in English ordinal, Saturn equals 93 in the same cipher. So you can see how this date that he chose, or did he choose it? No, but the date that was chosen for him to put out his album, a very interesting album, because like I said, we're going to get into it, is very much in line with his name. And why does it have that Saturn connection? Well, again, Drake is often referred to as the sixth god. His story is because where he's from, which I'm also from as well, equals, or the area code is 416 or 647. And again, they start with 6 and end with 6. So there's some reasoning for why he has that. But let's be real. There is a much more deeper meaning, despite the surface level meaning that the fanboys and the fangirls or the stands will run to. And notice here, again, he's the sixth god. And this title has been given to him for quite a while now. And Certified Lover Boy is Drake's long-awaited sixth album. And what do you know? Saturn equals 21. Drake equals 21. 21 is the sixth triangular number. So this album's very important to the sixth god for his sixth album when Drake equals 21, which is the sixth triangular number. And notice here that the lesser numerology of the day it will potentially being released, because again, this is technically not like official until he announces it or something, but this is most likely what the date will be. And here is why with the alignments is that it has 33 numerology, date numerology, and Drake equals 33, Masonry equals 33, six god, his title when you spell out the number 6 equals 33. What is 3 plus 3 when reduced? It's 6, and we're talking about his sixth studio album, the sixth god. And a quick Saturn fact here. The Romans named Saturn Saturn's day, my apology, no later than the 2nd century for the planet Saturn, which controlled the first hour of that day according to the Vetus Valens. Also factor in Saturn is the 6th planet, and Saturn falls on the 6th day of our 7-day week calendar. And again, we discussed Saturn equals 21, which is the 6th triangular number. So you can see how this sixth album coming out on, again, 9/3, which connects to Saturn, is very much crucial to the pattern and ritual that they have running here. And here you have the man himself throwing up his symbol, and we got a little one-eye coverage, but this stuff is everywhere. Let's look at the numbers. Oh shit, my bad, y'all. I just realized I made a little mistake there. Ooh, I caught myself slipping. I just caught myself slipping. I spelled sixth wrong somehow here, so I'm gonna have to touch on that actually, but we're gonna ignore that. But notice here from the potential release of Certified Lover Boy, to Drake's 35th birthday, that's September 3rd, 21 to October 24th, 21, is a span of 51 days. And again, 51 reduced, 5 plus 1 equals 6. Again, he's referred to as the sixth god. Saturn is the sixth planet, falls on the sixth day of the week. And again, 21, which Drake's name equals, alongside Saturn, is the sixth triangular number. So, also, too, to factor in the fact that, again, his potential release date would be the 246th day of the year in light of who pulls the strings. Catholic Church equals 246. And if someone's new and just tuning in or trying to understand gematria and seeing what the theme is here, it all goes back to Rome. All roads lead to Rome. It's always the Catholic Church connections throughout these riddles, or the Jesuits. And notice his full album title, Certified Lover Boy, equals 266 in reverse ordinal, and Jesus Hominum Salvator, which is this logo that you see to the left here, IHS, equals 266 in reverse ordinal. And I ended it with this image here of Drake in the video with Little Durk. And notice that this was on, what's that song's name? Shit, why am I forgetting the name? Little Durk and Drake. I actually can't remember. Laugh Now, Cry Later. That's the song. And, excuse me, where is it here? This song, they put up some very interesting imagery. This was filmed at the Nike headquarters in Beaverton, Oregon, I think. Yeah, I think that's what it is. And basically they were like doing they were doing a play on the LeBron James draft photos or something like that. But basically, look at the number that they chose to have in the scene. You guys can go watch the video for yourself. It's, again, Laugh Now, Cry Later, which equals 33, shows 33 at the top left. And Drake, again, equals 33. We know that Masonry also equals 33. But notice here that there's these three nails above the Nike check. And the Nike check is Saturn symbolism. It's the ring of Saturn. So you see the Saturn connection, him linking up with Nike. And it's double posted up here. But you got the three nails of Triclavianism. And again, that's what's on the Jesuits logo, the IHS, with the three nails. So again, this just literally nails the point in the coffin here. However you say the goddamn phrase, man. We solidifying the point. Like, this is clearly ritualistic, what these people do through their art and how they use it. And Neo, my man, I'm just gonna do one more story, and I'm gonna pass. Go ahead, man.
Take your time. I'm actually working on a decode myself, so take as much time as you need, man.
We'll cover this, and then we'll check out the chat, and then we'll check in with you.
Bet.
Cool. So this last story here, I didn't even read into it too much, y'all. I'm gonna just give that disclaimer.
I just heard about this today too.
You feel me? And the first thing that came to my mind when I saw this story, is how far is this story from his death? That's the first thing that came to my mind. Mm-hmm. And the reason it came to my mind was because I just knew what I was gonna see was nothing more than bullshit. And from November 22nd, that's all it is. And from November 22nd, 1963, the death of JFK, to August 28th, 21, the day we're currently discussing this story, and the day the story came out, is a span of 21,100 days, right? Which literally leaves us, when you remove the zeros, of 211 or 211. Which so happens to be the 47th prime number. And notice here that president, which JFK was, 47, authority 47, government 47, John, first part of his name 47, and news, which is literally what we're discussing, equals 47. And we also mentioned earlier about the 47 connection to Freemasonry and how the compass is set at 47 degrees, right? And just to point this out real quick before we flip over to the chat, for those who just pop in archived or seeing this live, Catholic has that 35 gematria in full reduction and 46 in reverse full reduction. JFK was the 35th U.S. president who died at the age of 46, and he was the first Catholic U.S. president. How convenient. So just another clear example. And again, what are they talking about? His alleged mistress speaks on affair, likens to him to Weinstein. Again, it's it's just more nonsense to one, keep you distracted, two, potentially taint one's image, and three, just again pump nonsense into your ears, stuff that is completely irrelevant. And the reason why we show it in this matter, to decode it, is to show you how irrelevant it is, but to show you that there's a method to this irrelevant news that comes out. They do it in a very systematic format. So that's all I got for you guys pretty much in terms of numbers and decodes. I'm just going to scroll through the chat real quick and see what's up. And what's up, Itachi? I see you. Let me scroll through. So 226 equals 93. Oh, okay, I see you. 226.93, the World Trade Center. Interesting. Yeah, again, it's all Saturn worship, man. And I feel like I missed something. Oh yeah, no, no. I'm tripping. So much to cover. Way to peep that with Drake. Let's see what my man says here. That was the first thing I noticed. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Nate. Yeah, definitely, G. That's right away. I was like, oh my god, man. When my boy Pokemon, he sent that to me, and I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Like literally, I've had a video, like I said, go check that out, about him and then the Saturn thing, and there's just so much to that. God's Son equals 93. Yes, crucifix equals 93. Jesus crucified between 9 and 3 on April 3rd, the 93rd day of the year. The sun's 93 million miles away. Like,
Yep.
come on. Like, it's just all numerical fact. Well, and disclaimer in terms of the 93 thing and the Jesus thing, dead at 33, that is the Catholicism perspective, right? Who's to say that they're telling us the truth? And what do? Expose how they're all liars, and how Jesuitism is to be deceitful, to be cunning, to use that with a purpose, to effect a purpose with your deceitful doublespeak.
Right.
And Itachi talks on Illuminati puppet 923. I'm guessing that's in the Jewish, and LeBron James 923. Hey, the number matches, but it does also fit what that man is. And yeah, true. Ishan also Pokemon also pointed out that there's 6 boroughs of Toronto as well, which is very true, which is another sort of reasoning behind Drake being the 6th god, right? All lining back to Saturn 21, Drake 21, the 6th triangular number. May 1st equals 51. Yeah, just another interesting fact. And Neo, how you doing, Neo? Let me know when
I'm
you're
good, man. You could if you could keep it going for just a few minutes
Cool.
while I wrap up this decode, and then I'll jump in.
Bet. And our boy Gematria Gaming says he might have a little decode after Neo's done.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man. Yeah, cool. If you want to pop back in, we can do some more discussing. And Dodgers, my boy Itachi says Dodgers 42 home wins on anniversary of Chadwick dying, man. And exactly, man. Again, let's just pull that up real quick. Great point. You know what, guys? Fun fact. One of, actually, if not the first post I ever did publicly doing a decode to Instagram was the Chadwick Boseman death. Because I was like, holy shit. And you know what? You want to hear an interesting story, yo? Here's an interesting synchronicity, guys. When I was first doing Gematria, and again, this was my first decode. And this was just, oh man, not my first decode, but my first one that I put out publicly, right? So still to this day, everything's mind-blowing. But at that time, it was even times 2 more mind-blowing. And I remember looking at the fact that, again, Jackie equals 42, and he played Jackie, who wore the number 42 in the film number 42, and he technically died at the age of 42, but they changed it to 43, and we know that the N-word equals 42, February equals 40, like the number 42 and Jackie, Chadwick, all prominent, right?
Right.
And I go to work the next day, and I'm talking to someone, and I need their email for something, and the person says, email is blah blah blah. Man, I can't say their email because but let's just say it was very similar to what we're looking at right now, and it also had the number 42. I just thought about that. I'm like, damn, I can't put that person email on blast. But
Right.
it equaled 42, or their email had the number 42 in it, and it was literally just after I put out that first decode on the page, and I'm just trying to build up that the people, the support, and to get people to see this stuff, right? And it was just crazy because she was apparently a big fan of baseball, and she really liked Jackie Robinson, and I was like, oh wow, like what the fuck, like like, so just a natural synchronicity. And Itachi kind of just let me go on that rant there because of that. He brought that up and just made me think of that.
That's funny.
But yeah, that's some crazy stuff, man. Some crazy stuff. And what's up here? Let's see. Listen to Jordan Maxwell talk about the Knights of Malta and the Jesuits. I'm gonna leave that up here so people can quickly catch that. Definitely Jordan Maxwell.
Yeah, I think Jordan Maxwell definitely deserves to be watched by everybody. He's pretty dope. Great content.
Jordan Maxwell. Why do I feel like I do and don't know him? American researcher.
If you look at his face, you'll probably recognize him.
Yeah, let me see a couple images here.
He's pretty old now.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like I've seen this face and I've maybe even heard him talk potentially. Yeah, man, there's so much research out there, man. But okay,
Exactly.
bet. I'm gonna have him up here. You guys can definitely check that out. And he said shit's gonna hit the fan, and it's from in September and October. Guys, man, shit's getting real out here, man.
It is.
Yo, fam, actually, real quick, my work just hit me with that news. My work just hit me. And let me tell you guys, your boy's staying strong, man. He ain't going to bed. He ain't going to fold, man. We ain't doing none of this testing. We ain't subscribing to the jabs. We ain't doing none of that, man. But, hey, this is how these facilities want to work, They want to pop out with those mandates and yada yada. So you guys got to keep your head on a swivel, keep other streams of money coming in, stay knowledgeable, stay healthy, because shit's getting real out here, man. Shit's getting real out here.
It is, man.
Oh, interesting. Tachi says 9/23 is the 266th day of the year, and I'm pretty sure that's the day that the Pope Francis met with Donald Trump in like 2016 or something like that. So how fitting, right? Jesus Hominum Salvator 266. Sees the president of Romerica, as some like to say. And it's perfect because truthfully, the Catholic Church runs the United States just like they run the majority of the world, if not almost all of it. And I always like to point this out. Like, it's not like we're giving credit in a nice way. It's not like we like giving credit the fact that the Jesuits own the world, but we are sadly part of the problem why they run the world, because people don't understand this stuff. They don't want to take the time to learn it, which allows these people to use this power of mysticism and occult knowledge against us and for their gain, our disadvantage. I found Zach days after Chadwick Boseman died. I did the whole decode without knowing gematria. Then I found Zach, and it blew my motherfucking mind. That's interesting that you said you did the decode without knowing gematria. So I'm kind of curious what you mean by doing a decode. I mean, I guess you just mean maybe like just kind of deciphering like all the connections, like the 42, maybe. I don't know, but that's interesting, man. And yeah, exactly. Zach definitely takes it to a whole nother level. What do you say here? You said never forget that he died 42. Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. Actually,
yo, Script. You seen this comment? So what is it at? By David. Is this Gematria Underground? Can you tell us what Zach can't, because his channel has gone mainstream?
Very, very interesting.
I guess they think that we know some information that Zach doesn't know.
Look, my guy. Let me just say this. Where did we learn this stuff from, G? Where did we learn this stuff? Neo will tell you. I'll tell you. It's from Zach.
Wait, I don't get what he means by Zach has gone mainstream. How?
There is no validity to that. Like, again, people, my man David, no hate, but I'm just saying what I'm feeling from your comment. And simply put, you don't watch him enough. I'm not saying you need to sit in front of the screen and watch every minute of his streams, but just know if someone speaks for 3 hours to 6 hours a day, putting themselves out there and talking, and you only chime in 20 minutes of 6 hours and you formulate opinions off that, you're not going to ever be able to come to a proper conclusion about what this person speaks about. If you're going to make a statement like that, you better be invested in proving your point by being like, hey, I've watched over 37 hours and here's all the stuff that he never mentioned and you can prove what he never mentioned. You know what I mean? Like, that to me, that's so baseless. That's how I feel about that statement.
No, I agree 100%.
So let's see here. And what are you feeling, yo?
Yeah, I'm ready to share.
You ready to hop over?
Okay. One other thing. Did you want to cover this? The FDA, the ex-commissioner. Did you want to cover that real quick, or you want to save that?
What's up to you? Do you want to? I feel like we could save that to maybe a little later.
Okay, cool.
Unless you want to, you have something.
No,
to say
I don't have anything on it. I just thought maybe we could just freestyle on that, but.
You know what? Why not? Let's real quick. Let's just quickly touch on that real quick, guys. Neo brought up a good point. There was something that sparked our attention. His name was Scott Gill.
Gottlieb.
Let me just type this. FDA.
Gottlieb. Yeah, that's his name.
Boom. So this individual here, who goes by the name of Scott Gottlieb, I can't even pronounce his last name, but you all see it. Here, I'll pull up the picture a bit bigger to see the scum. This individual right here. So people have been circulating this, and it is to be true that this man Scott, American physician, investor.
If you wanna share my screen, I have it pulled up real quick.
Oh, nice.
Just so they have a better view.
Perfect. There you go. Neo's got it right here. Look at this. So this man here, who actually worked for the FDA, as you can see on Neo's screen, from 2017 to 2019. Again, the FDA is the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, which has recently just approved what was in trial Pfizer / BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine. And this man worked for the FDA prior to the pandemic, and now he's actually, as you can see in yellow at the bottom, Pfizer director since 2019. And how interesting is that, or if not a conflict of interest, that one who was working for the FDA, which is needed to be like a final stamping point for these industries such as Pfizer, who he works with, to approve these medicines, right? How fitting is it that this man worked with them 2017, 2019, and now he works with Pfizer? And just a quick point, what happened in 2018 and in 2019 were two very interesting pandemic simulations, which was the Kladex pandemic simulation by the Johns Hopkins University and the Event 201 pandemic simulation funded by the World Economic Forum, Johns Hopkins, and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. So these pandemic simulations, and mind you, the the Event 201 was a coronavirus pandemic outbreak simulation, specifically touching on the novel coronavirus, as they stated. And quick point, I'm kind of rambling, but this was a good thing to bring up because in the Event 201 videos, I highly recommend people going back to those videos while they're still there and screen recording these videos. But the discussion panels that they had on the very first one, if you actually, here, I'm just going to go back to my screen just so I can show people.
Go ahead.
They know exactly where to find this stuff, because man, really recommend people watching this video, because it's like, holy shit, they really tell us exactly what was going to happen, and everybody just overlooked this. I had a few friends be like, I heard about Event 201, but they didn't want to hear about the numbers, and I'm like, did you watch the videos? They're like, no, I did. I'm like, all right, what happened? Tell me what happened in the first 5 minutes. I don't know, bro, there's so much stuff. I'm like, you fucking idiot, man. Exactly. Niggas didn't watch shit. But look at this. Man. So you go to Event 201, right? I highly recommend, Neo, even you, if you haven't watched this in a minute, I think it's this one right here. Segment 1, Intro to Medical Countermeasures discussion. I'm not going to play it, but guys, go to this, Event 201, click the Videos tab, scroll down, and go to Segment 1 and watch this, because they go through again, it's a simulation. So they go through news segments as if there's a real pandemic, and what they're going to say and what type of terminology they're going to use in the news. And something that I discussed and I'm discussing last live is the new normal, and the phrase how the new normal is equated to, like, you know, the way we switch our behaviors in society, et cetera, et cetera. And how fitting, prior to the time that the mainstream media actually uses that term, we have Event 201 saying this actual phrase in their simulations, which were then to be forecasted to us. So that's what I wanted to say about that. But my man, what do you got to say on that? Pass it back to you.
No, absolutely, man. I mean, I agree. It's just the fact that let me pull it back up here. But yeah, the fact that this guy was, you know, the commissioner for the FDA, and then after 2019 he goes to work for Pfizer, you know, right before the pandemic, and then Pfizer becomes the first FDA approved vaccine. I mean, there's no way that could be a coincidence, man. And that's
Zero.
definitely a conflict of interest, you know. But
100%.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, again, this stuff, they don't even try to hide it. You know, they do it in your face, and the reason why they're able to do that is because they realize no one is either gonna catch on or no one is even gonna give a fuck. So
yeah, exactly, man. It's like, holy shit! Like we can show people so much facts outside of the numbers, just putting concrete connections to this and something like this, and people will overlook it. And it's as if it's like, well, I mean, people switch jobs. I'm like, what? This isn't just like a regular, hey, yo, I used to work at Dunkin' Donuts and now I work at Chick-fil-A, nigga. Like, this guy is working for government
huge.
organizations.
Exactly. This is
government
huge.
And
look at the timing too. I mean, he leaves the FDA right before the pandemic, and then he joins Pfizer, a pharmaceutical company, and then they become the first, you know, company to approve the vaccines. I mean, come on, man. That's too much.
Man. Exactly. So that's something that me and Nia just wanted to quickly discuss, because, you know, it's, how could you not bring that up? But Neo, you got some stuff that you want to discuss.
Indeed.
So I'm gonna pass the floor to Neo, and he's gonna go through some stories. And again, appreciate all 30 people. Anybody popping in, popping out, much love. Neo, hold it down.
Absolutely, man. So yeah, I have a few decodes that I would like to share. First of all, before I do that though, if you guys been wondering where I've been at, I have been out of town for this past week. That's why I was not able to upload any kind of content. But I am back now, so this gives me a time to catch up on everything that I might have missed, especially watching scripts, decodes. Definitely caught me up on a few things, but I just want to cover two things. One of them is the death of Matthew Mindler, if I'm pronouncing his last name right. He was an actor, a child actor, and he died at the age of 19. I'm just going to go ahead and read this article from Fox. So he starred in a film called Our Idiot Brother. I believe this film was released in, 2011, if I'm not mistaken. It was 2011. So yeah, this film, he starred in this film, Our Idiot Brother. And it says, actor Matthew Mindler, dead at 19. The former child actor was reported missing late Wednesday from Millersville University. It says he was known for his role in the film Our Idiot Brother, and he was found dead on Saturday morning, which is today. And he was just 19 years old. So he reportedly went missing last Wednesday. Or I'm sorry, late Wednesday. And now they've recovered his body, and he's dead at the age of 19. So let's just jump straight into this decode. What I want to start off with is today's date, the date that this news of his death being released, August 28th. And what's interesting about that is if you spell out August 28th in letters, you'll notice that August 28th in, forgot the H. August 28th, it sums to 89 in gematria. And the film that he's most known for, again, it's Our Idiot Brother, right? Our Idiot Brother sums to 89 as well, just like the date of the news of his death, August 28th. They both sum to 89. Also, the news of his death comes on a Saturday, and of course, Saturday is named after Saturn. Again, Saturday is named after Saturn, and in gematria, Saturn sums to 42, as you can see here. Let me go ahead and make the screen a little bigger. So again, Saturn sums to 42 in gematria, and his last name was Mindler. And it sums to 42 in gematria as well, in the same cipher as Saturn. So what a perfect day for him to be in the news on a Saturday, named after Saturn. Also, today, August 28th, has 41 date numerology. And the reason why that's interesting is because, again, he's dead at the age of 19. 19 in gematria sums to 41. So what a perfect day for a 19-year-old to be dead in the news. Also, coming back to date numerology, today also has a 57 date numerology. And again, he was an actor. And in gematria, actor sums to 57. And also what I caught is that, coming back to this film, Our Idiot Brother, the director of the film, let's see, the director of the film is Jesse Peretz, or however you pronounce his last name, this guy right here. And what's interesting is if you look at his birthday, here, let me zoom in, you'll notice that he was born, this director of the film, Our Idiot Brother, he was born on May 19th, right? So if you measure that, May 19, 2021, that was his last birthday, and you look at the months and the days, you'll notice that this actor, Matthew, he died 3 months and 9 days after the director's birthday, right? Like 39. And again, 39 is important because, again, coming back to his last name, Mindler, sums to 39, just like how he's dead 3 months and 9 days after the director's birthday. So that was all that I caught on this death. There's probably a lot more to this. This was just a very quick decode. The second thing, though, is...
Go ahead. My bad to chime in real quick, but...
No, go ahead.
In line with the Saturn stuff, because, again, the news comes on a Saturday, like you said, Saturday named after Saturn, 21, like you said, actor, 21. But something that I'm also just maybe cluing in is the fact that, again, the importance of Saturn is that it's in line with what the Greeks referred to as Saturn as Kronos, the god of destruction and chaos in the most pure cipher equals 19. And again, this kid's dead at 19. News on a Saturday. Actor 21. Saturn 21. Yep. So there's definitely something to that Saturn connection there.
Great catch, man. Yeah.
Cool.
But that was the Matthew Mindler story. And then the other thing is the death of Jerry Harkins. He was
my bad, G. Denise asked, how did Matthew die?
Well, okay, so if you read the articles, there is no cause of death. They're just saying that he was reported missing late last week and his body was recovered today.
You see?
So
very, very miscued details, very leaving out a lot of details.
Right, exactly.
And just like...
I've read multiple articles. There is no cause of death. They're just saying his body was discovered today and he went missing earlier this week. So that was it.
Oh shit! Yeah, exactly, man. It's just like how often could that happen when these young people die and there's just no root cause to what's happening and they're so young. And again, like we explained that people could die at young ages, but who's going to explain the number side?
Right.
And hey, look who's popping in the chat. Holy C35. Appreciate that, Zach. Appreciate you popping in. All seeing I equals Vatican.
What's
dropping
good,
gems. Dropping gems. Yes, indeed. Exactly. My bad, Neo. I cut you off there.
No, this is great.
Cool. I'm gonna let you do your thing.
But okay, so yeah, that was the Matthew story, and then the other one is the death of Jerry Harkins. He was a former NBA player. He played for the Indiana Pacers for, I believe, 1 season, or it might be 2 seasons. Yeah, he played for the Pacers for 2 seasons, and then he was drafted to the NBA by the New York Knicks, and he played there for 1 season. So the news is saying that he died on August 24th. No cause of death, that at least that I found. But what's interesting about his death is, so he died on obviously August 24th, a date that can be written as 24/8 in the majority of the world. And here, let's go ahead and erase this. So of course, human sacrifice, first of all. Human sacrifice in gematria sums to 248, just like the death of Jerry Harkins, 24/8. And also, he died on a Tuesday, right? August 24th, just to verify. August 24, as you can see, that was a Tuesday. So he died on a Tuesday. Tuesday in gematria sums to 95, and that correlates perfectly with his last name, Harkness. So sums to 95 as well in the same cipher. You also notice that coming back to Tuesday sums to 23 and 40 in gematria, right? And his first name, if you come back here, Jerry is his nickname. His real first name, as you can see, is Gerald. and his first name Gerald in gematria sums to 23 and 40 in the same cipher as Tuesday. So what a perfect day for him to pass away. You know, Gerald 23 just like Tuesday, and 40 just like Tuesday as well. As far as date numerology, one thing that I caught is that August 24 had 19 date numerology, again, Chaos 19. But not only that, again, he was a star in the NBA, and NBA in gematria sums to 19. Perfect. And then another thing is, if you coming back to his birthday, right? So Jerry Harkness, he was born on May 7th. And if you measure that, May 7th, 2021, you'll notice that he died. If you look at the weeks and the days, you'll notice that he died 15 weeks and 4 days after his birthday, like 154. And of course, that number is associated with ritual sacrifice. Ritual sacrifice in gematria 154. He's dead 15 weeks and 4 days after his birthday.
And can I add just perfectly?
Go ahead.
Look at how it's also 73 in the most pure cipher, and look at the date numerology, the prime date numerology of his death. 73.
It is 73.
Look at that.
Yep.
It's just it's just like, come on, like it covers 2 out of the 4 base ciphers, 15 weeks, 4 days from his birthday, and again on prime 73 numerology. It's clearly what you're saying it is.
Exactly.
And there's numbers to back it, man.
Exactly, man.
Great catch.
And to add the icing on the cake, right? Look at this. This guy, Jerry Harkins, he went to the University of Loyola, the Jesuit university in Chicago. Exactly. But look how sick this is, right? So he's dead at the age of 81. If you look at how many games he's played for Loyola during his college years, he played 81 games for Loyola. And now he's dead at the age of 81.
Ritual,
of course. I was just gonna get to that. Ritual 81 in gematria. But not only that, look at his full name, man. Jerry Harkness, right? 81 in gematria. He's dead at the age of 81. He played a total of 81 games for Loyola, the Jesuit university. Of course, Ritual 81 in his name, Jerry Harkness, 81 in gematria. It does not get any better than that. So clear Ritual. So, I mean, the fact that he even went to a Jesuit university, that says it all, you know.
I mean, look, man, it's just amazing. It's amazing. And you know what? To add to that, this is all sinful. And you know why I say that word sinful? Because if you look at the gematria of the word sinful, it actually matches quite well with the word ritual, right? And that doesn't mean that ritual is fully associated, one L, my apologies. It doesn't mean that ritual, just a quick disclaimer, is associated with evil, because there's such thing as people doing things in a ritualistic form in a positive light. But in this case, the way these rituals are done is very much in a sinful mindset. So a great catch on that. Great catch on that, man. Loyola, man. Loyola. Again, we were last stream discussing Loyola Productions, right?
Yep.
So,
I mean, here he is, even wearing the Loyola jersey, so...
That's it. The proof's in the pudding, man. It all goes back to Ignatius of Loyola 201, right? And again, we discussed that. Again, Masonry is under Jesuitical order, and Masonry equals 105. Remove the 0, it's 15. And again, you see Mr. Jerry here wearing that 15 there on his jersey. So...
Yep.
Look at that. It's the way it is. It's the way it is. Good stuff, man. I like that. Good catch. RIP. I mean, obviously, to these individuals, we're not doing this in a sense of, we're not laughing or mocking these people, but we're discussing what is happening with these people and bringing that to light. You know, why is this stuff happening in this strange way, aligning up with these perfect synchronicities to a specific group of individuals that are clearly have power that is documented. So,
indeed. Indeed. So yeah, as far as decodes, those were the only two that I had. Like I said, I mean, I didn't get a chance to catch up on a lot of the news since I was out of town. But what I want to do is, speaking of Jesuits, what I want to do is play a quick clip of this documentary that I have uploaded on my YouTube channel. If you guys have not seen this, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have. But if you have not, go check it out. It's on my channel. It's pretty much a 3-hour documentary on the entire history of the Jesuits and their formation and how they've infiltrated governments, and it's a great documentary. So if you have not seen it, go check it out. But the clip I'm about to play is a ex-Jesuit exposing who is it? Ronald Reagan, and how when Ronald Reagan took his presidential oath, how it was a clear ritual sacrifice synced up perfectly with the Jesuits. So I'm gonna play this quick clip, and then script. I want to see what you think about it as well. So here we go.
For sure.
President Reagan has come to fulfill the greatest moment in the history of this conspiracy, because no other president has come as close as President Reagan with the Vatican, and even not even John F. Kennedy. What that means is they have done to President Kennedy, to President Reagan, what they were not able to do even through a Roman Catholic president.
In 1984, Reagan established diplomatic relations with the Vatican. Not since 1867 had there been any official contact between the two countries.
That relationship was formally restored by the worst president America has ever been disgraced with, our greatest traitor, Ronald Reagan. When he restored diplomatic relationships with the Vatican, formally recognized the sovereign state of Vatican City as a nation, and now America can enter into a concordat with the Pope, as warned by ex-Jesuit Alberto Rivera for many years.
Ex-Jesuit priest Alberto Rivera also revealed a secret concerning the inauguration of Ronald Reagan that some noted at the time, but few fully understood.
Alberto Rivera made a startling statement in which he said there would be a sign given to Jesuits throughout the world when all churches would be taken over by the Jesuit order. The sign was to be when a president of the United States took his oath of office facing an obelisk. For the first time in U.S. history, the swearing-in ceremonies were moved to the west front of the Capitol, and President Reagan faced the Washington Monument.
After Reagan's president...
All right, so script. What did you think about that, man?
Well, first and foremost, for those who don't know who was speaking there early on, was Eric John Phelps, and highly recommend people checking that individual's content, or better yet, just going to Neo's page and watching that documentary. Alberto Rivera, he's a very interesting individual, because actually, Neo, that's I'm so glad you brought this up. Actually, let me just pop over to my screen real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I want to show people something that anybody can get. It's accessible on the web. Highly recommend everybody downloading this and reading it, as I'm just reading through it now. But I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about here. So Alberto Rivera, an ex-Jesuit priest, he actually has a comic, interestingly enough, by, I guess it states, the Crusaders, Volume 12. And here's the cover. Very interesting cover art, I'll be honest. We have that one eye symbolism, but we're gonna move forward. Highly recommend people checking this out, because everything you're gonna see in that documentary on Neo's page, and that you could read from this comic, that's 121 pages, and I'm like 15 pages in. Super interesting, very interesting graphics, because what I think about that video, it's true. The Catholic Church is an enemy. The global Catholic Church, the Roman Catholic Church, is globally trying to use their Jesuits to strong-arm globalization, which they're very vocal about. And all that video does is further support that point. But anyways, also recommend people checking this out. And again, what you search up is Alberto Rivera comic PDF. So I can just even quickly show you guys. I think I got it off. Alberto Rivera comic PDF. Like, this is crazy. It goes all into about his life and what he's been through, and his interactions with the fathers and the priests and the nuns and what they're involved in. So you go to archive.org and you can get the full PDF here. You can download it. Great site if you're looking for sources of books and information. So yeah, man, I kind of ramble, but that's what I think.
No, absolutely. This is great.
Pass that back to you.
But yeah, so yeah, I just wanted to share that, and then another video, I did share this last week, but again, we had technical difficulties with the audio, so a lot of you guys didn't get to hear this. But I want to share this video that was uploaded by PBS News. from 2011. This was uploaded a day after the 10-year anniversary of the 9/11 attacks, and pretty much what this video is, a group of reporters, they go into Afghanistan and they interview the tribe people from the tribes of Afghanistan, and they talk to them about what they feel about the attacks of 9/11. And to my surprise, I was really surprised at the way people had no idea about 9/11 at all, you know. But yeah, we'll play this, and then we'll go ahead and discuss this too. So here we go.
Okay, and let us know in the chat how the sound is for this one as well, please, and thank you. All right.
And finally tonight, a look at what 9/11 means to people in Afghanistan, both the people who live there and the Americans fighting the Taliban. Special correspondent Adam Pletz was embedded with U.S. Marines in southern Afghanistan and put that question to both groups.
Helmand in southern Afghanistan is the province that has borne the brunt of the fighting between the Taliban and coalition forces. What would Afghans in this war-torn province think about 9/11 and its consequences? But first, what would the Marines think of the seemingly obvious question I wanted to put to the Afghans?
Okay, I just want to ask you guys, have you heard of 9/11?
Yeah. Indeed. Yeah.
And what does it mean to you?
After a lengthy silence, which perhaps said more than words could, the lieutenant in charge voiced some thoughts.
The whole approach that we had coming into adulthood, it's kind of hard to separate that, as I said, because, you know, we grew up with it and grew up with the shadow of it.
Sar Banadar village is typical of many in Helmand. Poverty and negligible, if any, government services, together with 3 decades of war, have prevented virtually any development. With the high rates of illiteracy and the lack of infrastructure, the villagers essentially live in what's close to a media vacuum. As Helmand goes, however, it's at least relatively peaceful, but there are still very real threats. On the first day the Marines set up next to Sar Banadar, they found some 12 IEDs in and around the village.
Just a heads up. Nice. Found another IED.
Excellent. What is that?
And where is it?
It's right over there. You can actually see them down off the side of the cliff.
While waiting for the demining team, one of the Marines wanted to comment on their silence when asked about 9/11.
So that not so much eerie, but understood silence between each other. Remind you of all why you're here and exactly what you're doing here. But some of us still have a personal vendetta with the beings that roam here, being the Taliban, and still connect that to 9/11. I do myself. And you know, here comes the 10-year anniversary, and I still find it very personal.
The lieutenant also had a few words on what the Afghans might think of 9/11.
I think at this point, in a sense, it is ancient history to them, and rightfully so, because their problems are very much in the here and now. Problems of security, problems of economics, etc., which are perhaps a result of September 11th, but far removed at this point. Osama bin Laden isn't ruining these people's lives.
The following day, I get a first opportunity to ask a couple of young Afghan men what they know about 9/11.
Yeah.
No, they never heard about this.
Yeah? Can you show them a few more? And can you ask them, do they know where it is even?
See, we're farmers. Like every time we're just working in our field, so we do nothing. We don't know about anything else about the world. We don't know, so that's because we're a farmer. We never heard about anything else about the world.
Adam, if you don't mind, I got a couple more questions for
Sure.
these guys. Just wanted to show them with these pictures. As you know, we're here for your security, but your security is tied to our security. By keeping this area safe, keeping your family safe, we keep our family safe, and that's the reason that we're here. Big time motorcycle coming through.
The two young men had clearly never heard of 9/11, but maybe the elders at a local shul would have more to say.
Yeah. No, they didn't see him. He's saying I just can see the smoke from the buildings, and that's it. That's the only thing I can say. When you guys show us this picture, That guy saying it's. I think that was a Kabul.
If I had just gotten here, I would have been surprised, but having been here now for 6 months, I'm not. This is pretty much the Stone Age is where we are.
And what did you think about their reactions?
Oh, I thought it was fascinating. The guy who said it was Kabul was clearly had never been to Kabul. It just shows you how isolated they are, even in their own country. It was nice to go from Iraq to then here. It was a lot easier to understand, why you're here and bring yourself. You had that picture. You can always pick up the picture to remind yourself, okay, this is why we're here. I don't like looking at those pictures. I haven't looked at those pictures. I've intentionally avoided those pictures for 10 years now. So to see them pulled out here and to see the Afghans looking at it in this context while wearing the uniform and carrying the rifles, it took me back.
They're saying the Americans saying we're gonna help you. They destroy one building and they destroy us how many buildings? And they say we're gonna help you. Where is the help?
I do sympathize or understand what some of them were saying is, yeah, your buildings were knocked down, but how many of our buildings have been knocked down? And so when you can't even feed yourself or house yourself, how are you going to care about somebody 6,000 miles away? So I can understand that.
Amazingly, in a country where for 10 years a war has been fought with 9/11 as its root cause and justification, it turns out not only were the villagers oblivious to 9/11, but so were the Afghan police, and even some of the translators working with the US military.
But you don't know the history of this event?
No, I have no idea about the story of this.
Have you ever seen these pictures before?
No, I didn't.
In fact, after showing the images to dozens of Afghans, I only found one person who clearly recognized them and could connect them to the US's initial reason for coming to Afghanistan, and that was the police district chief in Marja.
So he says that the Taliban, the terrorists, they attacked to the building of New York and they killed most of the people. They destroyed this building. So that was the reason American force today came in Afghanistan.
But that police chief is an exception. A survey taken in 2010 by the International Council on Security and Development found that 92% of Afghan men in Helmand and other Afghan provinces had no idea what 9/11 was.
All right, so yeah, that was that. I just thought that was very interesting to share in light of everything that's going on right now in Afghanistan. But yeah, that was all I have. And script, I don't know if you have anything else that you want to add in, but
very interesting clip. Someone brought up a point. I think CC said, these people were younger. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm sure that in that case, but also they interviewed older people. And I mean, I guess one other point could be that they're shielded from the information, right? Of what is coming out from the media and what they're hearing. Because, we're lied to, but we're given media in a different way than these other parts of the world are given. That's for sure.
Exactly.
But, 9/11 is definitely a big topic and a whole other topic, that's for sure. But definitely interesting clip, to say the least. Real quick, if you don't mind, I wanted to just go back in the chats because Brain and Chains brought this up. He says, I swear that Kanye concert was a whole ritual. You see the baby Marilyn Manson, Kanye on fire in his childhood home with a cross on top, sets himself on fire, a wedding with Kim. The fuck? Yeah, you know what, man? Well said.
I did hear about this, man. I don't know what the fuck Kanye is doing right now, but dude, that dude, his rituals are insane with his whole, because this whole thing was for his album, but his album is still not released, and he's doing these streams or like these listening parties, and it's satanic as hell, man. If you look at the rituals that they perform there, like, look at that, man.
Look at that. You guys can see that, right? Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, okay, cool. It's on. Okay, I wasn't sure. So look at this. This is what Brain and Change is talking about. Shout out you, Brain and Change, man. Appreciate you. So as you can see here, I did hear about this, and I covered Donda quite extensively, actually, earlier in August. So we're going to actually quickly just go back to that. But as you can see, we have his childhood home. Just like Brain said, the fire. The Marilyn Manson connection too is interesting. I have to look more into that one, but yeah, there was some tie-in with Marilyn Manson there.
And
And he
Script,
set
did you
himself on fire.
hear
What's up?
that Kanye is trying to change his name too? Like his
To
legal
Ye.
name? Yeah, I heard
Yeah,
about that too.
I did hear about this actually. Yes. Oh, here's the Marilyn Manson thing. He brought him out on stage. And again, it's funny because Kanye is the supposedly, what's it called? Not gospel rapper, but what's that word for it that he's using?
I know what you're talking about.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, I can't remember the exact word right now. I don't know why, but he's a Christian rapper. Not really, obviously, but oh man, I wish I could tell you guys the exact word because there's a word. Oh no, fuck it, I can't remember it. My bad, y'all.
Maybe they might know in the chat.
Someone might know in the chat if you know the word I'm talking about, but he identifies his music in a certain way. But anyways, he's supposed to be the holy man, and he's linking up with the demon himself, Marilyn Manson, the complete
So
opposite.
is this like a prop of his childhood home, or is
This is
actual-
exactly. They rebuilt it apparently.
Oh, okay.
They rebuilt it, So he's doing a lot for this ritual, and I think this is all in the same stadium, if I'm not too sure, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. But well, again, here's some more images from the concert. But real
And
quick,
I also heard he brought out Kim in a wedding dress. And
yes.
I thought
Thank you
they
for
were
saying
supposed
that.
to be divorced. So I don't know what kind of symbolism that is. Well, why would you bring out your ex in a wedding dress if you guys are? I don't know. I don't know what he's doing, man. It just doesn't make any sense.
Their marriage and their divorce was all by the numbers. Actually,
I mean, it is, right? But what I'm saying is, how do like the average person not catch on and say, wait a minute, I thought you guys, because it doesn't make any sense. Why would you bring her out in a wedding dress?
This is very similar to this imagery is very similar to Roman Catholicism imagery and how they dress up their people and how they have their attire and how they go about things as from the perspective of Ignatian spirituality is what they call it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like a remarrying or and he's had like rebirthings on stage and shit. Like he's on some strange stuff. But why is he on this strange stuff? Well, here's the cover of his supposed album. And you know what? I just thought about this because there's a whole beef apparently in the mainstream to distract us between Drake and Kanye and how Kanye wants to basically drop on the same day as Drake. And we just discussed earlier in the live stream, wow, I'm just making this connection here that Drake is releasing supposedly his album on September 3rd, 9/3, and Saturn
93.
equals 93. Exactly right. And now Kanye says he's going to drop on the same day. And that's going to be
so he's pushing his album back to September 3. I mean, I don't know. You can't trust Kanye, man. He's pushed it back like 3-4 times already, man.
Exactly. Who knows if it's really going to come on that September 3rd day, but just some interesting speculation if this maybe was the lead up to it in the first place with this album cover having the Saturn symbolism, right? The Saturn / sun worship with like this ring orb around this the sun here, essentially sort of casting off two images here of the Saturn / sun worship and then also eclipse worship there. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is how fitting would it be to also drop on 9/3, right? With that in mind. But again, it's his 10th studio album in tribute to his mom, who he's been pretty vocal about, and how other people have stated that it's a blood sacrifice for his fame, or what they call a Faustian bargain, right? Giving up something of supreme moral importance for money, fame, power, etc., and all the things that he's has, I guess you could say, in the public light. But again, it's his 10th studio album. Satan, God equals 10, and again, like you can just go back to the cover of. Let's just go back here real quick.
By the way, my man, you still got the comment up just in case you wanted to remove that or something.
Oh, good shit. Yeah,
it's covering your screen. That's why.
Good call. I always forget about that shit. I'm gonna get used to that. So let's get back on the run.
It's all good.
Good. So my bad, everybody. But again, we're talking about Kanye's 10th studio album, God, Satan equal 10 in Gematria. And again, I was just making the reference to the fact that like Kanye is supposed to be the God figure in terms of how he portrays his art. He's got the cross right here at the top. And we see here that Marilyn Manson's on stage with him, who's the complete polar opposite, right? And he's up here in front of this as well. And You know,
Denise asks what day did his mother die. His mother died on November 10th, 2007. And I believe she died from liposuction, or she was trying to have like surgery or
surgery. I think it was breast surgery, if I can
something,
remember. But
something
you know
like
what's
that.
funny? We're gonna touch on that, her date of death, actually, real quick, because I'm kind of rambling. So look, you can see here that her mother died on the 10th, just like Neo said, of November '07. Right? And again, this is his 10th studio album in tribute to his mother, who died on the 10th, Donda. And again, God, Satan, 10 in Gematria. But notice again, his 10th studio album is coming out, well, at that time was supposedly to come out 60 days. So we'll kind of skip over that because, you know, Kanye switching up his dates. A lot of this was actually centralized to the day that he supposedly said he was going to release this. However, another interesting connection is the fact that Kanye is a Gemini, and Kanye West 33, Gemini 33. We have this eclipse symbolism going on in his album cover 33, and Donda West equals 33. If you can see that there. So also, you see the Saturn symbolism, like I was pointing out earlier, potentially going to releasing his album on 9/3 Saturn 93. If that is the case, how convenient his 10th studio album comes out on 9/3.
And you said Drake is supposed to release his album the same day.
So what a ritual that would be if that is the case.
I highly doubt that they'll both release it on the same day, because that'll you know, usually what these record labels do, especially a name like Drake and Kanye, I highly doubt they'll release both of their albums on the same day. It might be a few days apart, but
so this is what, if you guys could see on the screen, this is kind of what they're going for in terms of building up the hype for, kind of re-emulating the time when Kanye was going up against 50 Cent in the industry.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah.
So yeah, this is kind of what they're doing, and to me, the way I see it all is it's simply just riling up us, or sorry, I shouldn't say us, but the people in general to get distracted by this. So as they're going forward with these COVID mandates and these vaccine mandates, the people are just flustered with their entertainment, their media, and they're just building some hype. With some
Denise just caught something that's really interesting. Of course, his mother, Kanye's mother, died on the 10th day of the month, and this is his 10th studio album named after her.
Exactly,
so that's a great catch.
Yeah, exactly. Mind you, yeah, it's right here. Exactly. In the post, Donda, it's his 10th studio album. Died on the 10th, his mother, and again, it's all in reference to her. So great catch. Yeah, exactly. It's wild. It's wild. Honestly, I don't know what to say. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like Gematria. Sometimes you can go through all these and you can learn a lot. Neo, how you feeling, yo?
I'm great, man. Atachi says Kanye West equals Tombstone in all ciphers.
You know what's funny? Oh man, he was in a commercial. Someone was explaining this. I don't know. I'm going to explain it really poorly, but he was in a commercial with Kobe Bryant, I think.
With the helicopter? Is that what
the helicopter and
about?
stuff? Yeah, and they were talking about like the bottomless pit or something. Maybe I'm misreferencing, but basically this dude was just making this connection to how, you know, Kanye is just like this empty individual who's almost like that's his role, to play an empty individual, like to lead people into a lifestyle of ego and like pride, which is actually filled up with nothing.
You know, one thing about Kanye is, man, he really shines light as far as exposing who's really behind, you know, this satanic industry, the music industry, the Society of Jesus. Because I mean, Kanye, he tries to portray the image of Jesus, right? He calls himself Yeezus too. So I mean, it's funny how they have a dude like Kanye West in the front of all these Jesus rituals, you know, trying to come out with an album that's supposedly all gospel where he doesn't cuss.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy, man. But
non-secular music, is that what they call it? I think that's the word I was looking for. Secular music. I think it's like secular music is the word I was fucking looking for earlier. The music that Kanye makes. It's like music that is, you know, like Christian-esque, you know, not using like curse words and all that. But how long is that going to last? And look at the imagery. Like it doesn't.
It didn't last long. It didn't even last long because right after what was the name of that album? Fuck.
The Life of Pablo, was that called?
No, the gospel one. Oh
Oh,
my god.
church, yeah, Sunday service or something. Yeah,
Something like that. I just remember the album cover with the blue
Kanye
record
West
label.
album. Yeah, no, Church on Sunday or something like. Oh, Jesus is
Jesus
King,
King. That
bro.
one. That one. That one. That one. That one. There you go. Yeah, on
Yeah,
that one he doesn't cuss, but a few songs he made after that, like singles, he started cussing again.
you know what I just thought about too? Someone said that he wants to change his name to Ye, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
just Ye. So let's just quickly check, just for shits, to see when the time span from when that article came out to when he said that. Kanye West, what was it? Changes name or
Yeah,
wants to
I think
change name?
he's in the process of. Oh shit! Wait, did it just say he's
Formally
oh,
applies.
okay, he's
Okay.
applied, so it's not really official just yet.
Says this on the
But I mean,
25th.
okay, how would that work? So you wouldn't have a last name? Your name
That's
would just be Yee or Yay?
yeah, that's an interesting one. I just want to see like how far back this has been dated. I don't want to inaccurately span it from something else. It looks like 4 days ago is the latest that this story has kind of came out. So what was that day then? That was the okay. So the 25th. No, that doesn't make sense. That 4 days. Well, it's already
Denise
12. That's
asks,
why.
"Isn't that God in Hebrew? His name changed. Yee. Is it? I'm not. I don't know. It could be, but I'm not sure on that. Don't
Shit.
quote me on that.
I don't want to
Let me
speak
see.
on that.
I'm
If someone
gonna
can,
look
yeah, if
into
you want to
that.
confirm that. 2018, I think. My bad, y'all. I'm moving slow. I'll forget the date. I think it was August 25th. I'm just curious. I just want to see what this is going to be. 1181. Interesting. It's a prime number. I'm just thinking out loud here, guys. Just
What I
looking at
found
stuff.
is his name Ye or Ye Ye. In Hebrew, it translates to you. That's what I
Interesting.
found. I didn't. There
Interesting.
might be a connection to God, but I don't know about
Interesting.
that.
Interesting. I'm just looking through the chats, seeing what else. Yeah, I think we.
Oh, I think she's
I'm sorry.
referring to Yahweh. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yahweh.
Okay.
That in Hebrew, yeah, but just the way he spells it, Ye, nah. At least I don't think so, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. Gematria Gaming said, "I refuse to pay attention to these rappers and pop artists and all the BS satanic
It's
rituals."
not even worth it, man. Don't
It's
don't
true.
don't pay
It's
attention to
true. It's not worth investing
it.
your
Their
time.
music is trash. I mean,
You know,
I
and
haven't heard the last good hip hop album in freaking decades, man.
Yeah. Things are definitely changed. That's for sure. Anyways, I mean, I think that's pretty much all we kind of got, guys. Oh shit. I think we covered a decent bit. Um, we went through some stuff. And again, there's always more to discuss, but for now, I think we kind of covered our ground. Neil, how do you feel about that?
I'm great, man. I just want to share one quick thing about Kanye,
Oh yeah, for
and
sure.
if I could share my screen real
Yeah,
quick.
my bad. I don't know how it
No,
closed. So
it's
yeah,
all good.
pop up the request or
Give me
something.
1 second. I got you.
Oh, Gematria Gaming said he got a quick decode. All right, my man. Is it?
I'm down. I'm down. If you are script, if you
Yeah,
got the
we can do
time,
a quick
I'm
decode.
down.
Yeah. We can squeeze in a little quick decode.
Okay, cool.
All right.
So what I wanted to share is this is just real quick. It's just regarding Kanye, right? So on his song called "Eyes Closed," he says this is how he starts off the verse. "I sold my soul to the devil. That's a crappy deal. Least it came with a few toys like a Happy Meal." So there you go.
Yeah. And I actually posted
And
that.
look at this game you can never win because they love you, then they hate you, then they love you again. I mean, it's crazy, man, dude. Dude, I mean, Kanye is just he's been exposing himself for a long time, and this song is old. It's not even new.
And the reason why they expose themselves, right, is it kind of goes back to the idea of like relieving them their evil doings by putting it out there and
Mm-hmm.
having people listen to them is almost like an open confessional or
Mm-hmm.
confession, as if it relieved them from their evil doings, if that is sensible.
Right, and Eminem did the same thing too. And Yeah, say goodbye to Hollywood on his album. What album was this? This is The Curtains Close, I believe. Let me see. Say goodbye to Hollywood. That is the name of the song.
Appreciate
And,
that.
man,
Ocean
I was a huge
Pacific.
Eminem fan, but
We got some love here from Ocean Pacific saying great stream. Appreciate that.
absolutely. But yeah, on Eminem's song called "Say Goodbye to Hollywood," from the Eminem Show. That is the name of the album. The song "Say Goodbye to Hollywood." He says here. Look at this. I'm trapped. If I could go back, I never. Oh, look at this. So look, it says, "I'm trapped. If I could go back, I never would have rapped. I sold my soul to the devil. I'll never get it back."
Yeah, that's what it is, man. That's what it is. It's just they put out what they do through this art. They have the biggest artists that they've propped up say it. You're attached to the artists. You kind of, ignore what they're saying. You let it get in your brain. It's subconsciously changing how you behave.
And mind you, man, this song was released in 2002, so it's not like this is new. I mean,
Exactly.
if he said this in 2002, imagine.
And again, like there's DMX saying
A
he
lot
sold
of
his
people.
soul on
It's-
that. Like
it's a
we could just go
lot
on.
of people, man.
We could go on for days about that. So Gematria Gaming said he wanted to pop on. I'm gonna send you.
Okay, cool.
If you're in the chat, I'm gonna let you pop on.
Cool.
And then we'll do a little quick decode, and then we'll wrap it up for y'all.
Sounds good, man.
Cool. So I sent that up in there. We gonna get it going. Yeah, man, it's crazy though. Like it's just this is the stuff that we would show to our friends early on in our days of learning this knowledge and this information. Not gematria specifically, but I mean showing friends the lyrics. Like, hey, yo, look at this. Like, isn't that kind of crazy though? Like Eminem said this a couple years later. Now Kanye saying
You know
this.
what's crazy, man? Like I said, I've listened to Eminem like my entire life, but I've never realized that he said that in the song. I guess because like when you're awake, you have a different perspective on a lot of things, and you pay closer attention to detail, right? I never caught that before. I found this out like a month ago or something. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure there's many songs that I might have overlooked just like that. So.
Yeah, man, definitely. You know what it was for me, real quick? It was just seeing the music videos and the imagery and being like, damn, man, that's some dark shit. And then like it really had me think about the lyrics more. And then I'm like, man, look, he's talking about selling his soul. Look what he's doing in the video. Like, this is definitely some form of ritual magic spell casting on the masses.
It definitely is, especially Lil Wayne. Have you seen his music video for Mirror?
Oh man, I do remember this, the bloodbath and
dude,
stuff
so
like that.
satanic, man.
Exactly, man. It's crazy what DMX and the RP DMX, but in the bloodbath for his album cover, right? Like it's just, I'm pretty sure Eminem's done the blood thing, and we can go on for days. But yo, Gematria Gaming is up in here, so I'm gonna add him to the stream right now.
Bet.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Oh, good. Thanks for letting me hop on. I know it's kind of late for you guys.
It's all good.
It's all good, man. Yeah, hit us with it, man. What you got for us today, my man?
All right. So I've actually been. It's crazy, man. I actually did a decode on the day before the first attack happened at the Kabul airport. But I've actually got a decode for what's going to happen tomorrow.
Oh, great!
Yeah, so
or today, I guess technically, at least where I am.
It's actually today in Afghanistan. It's Sunday in Afghanistan.
August 29th.
Sunday, the Jesuit Sunday. I'm excited actually to hear what you're going to say, man. It sounds interesting. Do you want to share your screen, brother?
Yeah, and also I hope you had a good time on your vacation, Neo.
Oh, I definitely did, man. It was well needed, so absolutely.
That's cool, man.
Sorry, real quick. Xander said, same with Trippy Red. He literally did a ritual with blood. Yeah, bro, I just want to say I seen that.
So did Machine Gun Kelly, too. There was a music video he did as well. So there's a lot of artists, man.
It's just so much, man. We could, that topic, we'll do a live stream. Maybe one day we'll just kind of go through a whole bunch of the symbolism. Just remind people of all that.
Right.
But yeah. Okay, so my bad, Gematria Gaming, man. I'm gonna let you have the floor.
Yeah, you're all good. I don't know if you could stream my screen.
I think you got a request to share it, so I think if you hit share, it'll give me a notification
Oh,
to,
okay.
yeah. And Sean says, Ontario almost at 1K cases. My man, don't forget, they still
It's all
using the
contrived.
PCR test.
It's all
Exactly.
contrived, man.
That's going to be going on to the end of December 2021, like they stated from the CDC lab alert. And again, that will be not in use. And we're going to see what's going to happen after that, because by then the majority of the folk will be jabbed up. So we'll see what they do with the numbers then, because the cases are still going to be rampant. Everything's still going to be happening. What are they going to say when 90% of the country is vaxxed up, right? So, anyways, yo, did you request your screen, bro?
Yeah, I did it.
Let's see here. Let me click. Here, Neil. Maybe I gotta remove. You.
All right,
I don't know.
Let's try that.
If that, yeah, okay. And then
yeah, because it didn't like it. It like glitched out.
here, I'm gonna send you, or can you click the link here? I'll even send you the link in the chat again. I'm gonna send him the link in the chat.
Okay, cool.
Maybe it's just bugging out. Cool. Sorry about that, y'all.
It's all good.
Cool. So let's get in here. Hey, what's up?
Oh, is it working?
Did you request to share it?
Yeah, I did. It's saying it's not responding though, which is
to enable visual camera output. Start. Do I have to do something? Let's see here. Oh, it just says edit your mic settings. I don't know. It's not telling me to do anything. Usually, like Neil, with you, it gives like a requesting.
I mean, it worked. It worked last time when he was on here. That's weird.
Yeah. Hold up.
It's really weird.
Share. See, it lets me share my screen, but see if it's kick from studio, edit mic, or edit name. That's literally all I have in terms of settings for you. Is it anything that maybe me or Neo could show up, or was it like a precise decode with numbers? I'm guessing it probably was decode with numbers.
I think he left. He might try to hop back in here.
Yeah, he's probably trying to figure it out.
That's weird though, man, because it was working. It was working last time.
There was no issue. Yeah, I don't remember a problem, but I mean, it's like when he pops up.
I guess YouTube is saying, "Oh hell no."
Yeah, I think they're like, yo, you're trying to go ahead of the game and predict something.
Yeah, they don't want a triple threat.
Well, it's kind of true, man. I mean, you never know. You never know. That would be his second.
I feel like the moment he said, "I have a prediction," tomorrow, they're like, "Oh hell nah, shut this off."
For real. Though. That's kind of weird. Let's see if we add to stream.
Okay, my bad. I don't know what happened.
That's all good.
Let me see if I can share screen again.
So when you hit it, it should give me a notification right away.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy, man. It like crashed down the whole thing. Let's see if this does it again. I don't know. Oh, okay. There we go.
There you go. Cool, man. Let's get it in. All right, people, we got it. The game has the floor.
Yeah, cool. Sorry about that. I don't know, man.
It's all good.
Okay, so real quick, I've got to put everything back up on here because it kicks everything out on Gematria.
Okay.
But it was all pretty simplistic stuff, I guess.
And do you want to just remind the people of what you're discussing real brief?
Yeah. So as far as an attack that is imminent on in Afghanistan again Sunday, which technically it's Sunday there today. But it's actually pulled right from the article from Associated Press, where you guys know how it goes, where when they have a lot of like one or two words in quotations, it's always some kind of dog whistle towards stuff. So I'll just pull up here that they're saying it's highly likely, specific, credible, and there is you can kind of see how it all plays into one another. So because we're looking at Kabul, right? We're looking at Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking at ISIS-K. And we're looking at Taliban.
Yeah, what is ISIS-K? I just heard about it. What is that supposed to be, like a off branch of ISIS?
Yeah, it's weird, man. It's the same exact thing that it's always been. They just decided to add a K onto the end of it. Supposedly K in the Greek alphabet is pronounced like lambda, like the lambda variant of COVID that they're saying is going to break out. So it's probably some ritualistic stuff.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So here's what happened though. So obviously we know that there was an attack on the airport that that killed 13 service members of the United States Marines, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, today the Biden administration, they retaliated, I guess.
By the way, Gaiman, are you able to zoom in on your screen just a little bit because the letters are a little too small, or maybe it's just my eyes.
Good call. Yeah, no, that'd be good.
Absolutely. Yeah, let me see if I zoom in, does that help at all? If I go like this?
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Better. Yeah, sorry, I got a really high resolution that I.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a couple words here that are, and I'm sorry, man. I had this all done before, but something happened and it crashed.
All good.
Thank you, Denise. Just want to say that.
So I'm gonna pull up real quick, actually, on Google Maps because this is interesting. So if we, I'm also gonna do U.S. Embassy.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look here, there's two roads that are between the embassy in Kabul and right up the street here, which is the airport, right? So this is actually called Airport Road, and the actual airport where the first attack happened is right here.
Mm-hmm.
So the first name of the road is Wazir Akbar Khan Road.
Mm-hmm.
So if we put Wazir A-K-H-B-A-R, right? Oh, I gotta make sure I spell it right. Oh no, A-K-B-A-R. Okay, I'm sorry. W-A-Z-I-R. Akbar Khan, K-H-A-N. Road. And then the other street right here, it's actually like another name for Airport Road. It's Sehat-i-Ama Road, I guess. Oh, and actually, it's weird because you spell road like that for the first one. You can see here it's clearly spelled R-O-A-D.
Right, they spell it out. Mm-hmm.
And then on this one, Sehat, Ama Road. I think that's it. A-M-A Road. Sehat-i-Ama Road. Yeah. Okay. And then suicide bombing as well. Okay, so I think that's most of it, and then there's some numerology that plays into it. But so obviously, looking at it, I don't think that another attack is going to be happening at the airport because it's just too high security right now. It's too high profile.
Right.
But the United States still has to get people out of the country. They got to get U.S. citizens out of the country when they're held up in the embassy. That's where they're holding them.
Okay.
So you're looking at these people actually have to go out on this road and up Airport Road, and then over to get to the airport. So I'm thinking there's going to be an attack actually on these roads, and the gematria kind of plays into that and lines up with it. So here's what I've got. Oh, and also, sorry, there's some names that are important for this too. I'm sorry, I almost forgot. So these are the there's two like really key players for the Taliban. There's this guy right here, Habatullah Akhundzada. I think that's how you say it.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy is kind of like a militant leader, and he also goes by leader of the faithful, quote, leader of the faithful.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've also got the other big player, which is this guy, Mullah Mohammed Yaqub, which he's the son of the founder of the Taliban. So this guy is pretty interesting. But their names as well play into this. So, okay.
Sorry, I just gotta laugh at what Xander said here. I mean, hey man, Call of Duty and all these Modern Warfare missions, man, it's all predictive programming.
Oh yeah,
all that BS, man. But anyways, carry on. It's funny.
So if you look here, if you spell out Sunday, which is when this attack is probably going to happen, equals 84. just like suicide bombing. And this guy, Mullah Mohammed Yaqub, the son of the founder of the Taliban, which truthfully, I mean, Taliban and ISIS, they're the same.
Hey,
they really are.
Right.
Can I chime in here real quick? You know what's interesting about the 8/4 day, or the numerology, is the Lebanon bombing, or the Lebanon explosion. Sorry, that actually happened on 8/4.
Was
On
that
Barack
the
Obama's
Beirut one or
birthday.
something?
That was
Yeah.
Obama's birthday. Yeah, exactly.
the Beirut
August
bombing,
4th,
yep.
2020.
Oh my God.
That
Pretty
they blamed on
sure
fireworks.
that they blamed on fireworks.
Yeah,
Exactly.
the firework factory. Sure,
Yep.
you know.
And that was okay. No, okay, it's a Tuesday. I thought it was a Sunday as well. But yeah, 8/4. So we got that 8/4 connection there too. Lebanon has a big Jesuit connection.
Oh yeah, and there's also
Huge Jesuit connection in Lebanon. One of the first universities in that region. It was a Jesuit connected and funded university in Lebanon. So
wow.
yeah. So
Also, here's the interesting thing too that would line up perfectly with like an attack happening that takes American lives tomorrow, is that the Hurricane Ida is landing tomorrow in Louisiana on the 16th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. So
How perfect, man.
yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. That's I just heard about that too, man. That's crazy. I saw footage of people like evacuating and stuff. Like, goddamn.
yeah, so it's like it's going to be a twofer, and it might truly be linked up together. I think there might be weather warfare and sacrifices and being made overseas. You know how that goes. They've always done that.
Yeah.
Then if we take straight from the article here, at the very top. So, he warned another attack was, quote, highly likely, and the State Department called the threat, quote, specific and, quote, credible, right? So if we're looking at the gematria that goes behind all of that, see, I think is it 143? No, there's something that I'm missing that was in there with highly likely. But even if you look at specific, 47. Yeah, so specific matches up with Kabul. And then, so you got 47 there.
Sorry,
And then-
what's the connection? Sorry, the specific. What was that connection?
They quoted it. The State Department specifically called it, quote, specific
and
credible. Yeah.
I see.
So they're
Yeah, okay,
quoting
nice.
that as directly like what it is.
And yeah, we were talking about the importance of 47.
Right.
Hopefully everybody remembers that.
And then also you've got credible, which they call it, quote, credible as well. That equals 58, and American deaths equals 58 as well.
Freemasonry 58.
Yeah.
The Freemasons 58. Corruption 58. Rosicrucian 58. And what you're
And then-
talking about is very corrupt. Not you, obviously, but what could happen, right? And the corruption that goes on.
And then as far as for Afghanistan, let's see if it was. Afghanistan plays into it as well.
Hey, quick question for you, bro. Actually, Denise has, because you were talking about, I think, some astrology the last time you were on, if I remember correctly. But what do you know about this? She says, I wonder what the moon phase will be.
Oh, that's what it is. Yes. Oh my gosh.
Wow,
Thank
Denise.
you so much.
Denise,
So
let's
much.
go.
It's so good.
Let's go. See, this is why we have a community of people
absolutely
willing to listen and hear us chat and converse with us.
So good, dude. Oh my gosh. Yes, that's what I forgot. So
Wow,
waning.
Denise
It's a
with a
waning
banger.
gibbous actually. Both today and tomorrow is a waning gibbous, which equals 62, like Afghanistan.
Wow. Okay.
And it also equals, was it 143? Yeah, 143, just like highly likely as well. Yeah.
Nice.
And
Came in clutch, Denise.
62, just like Afghanistan. So yeah,
Wow.
thank you so much for reminding me that. I
Yeah.
knew there was something that was missing, man.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy, and people have to remember, right? I think we were discussing it on the last stream, or maybe 2 streams ago, the significance between 19 and Islam. The moon.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
There's a massive connection there between the moon, as in the Quran it states you need to be following a lunar calendar, and again we know that the moon works in 19-year metonic cycles, and chaos equals 19. And again, you hear the story of 9/11 with 19 hijackers, and again that's the excuse for the Islam attacks and vice versa. So you see, there's a lot to that. So yeah, very clutch on Denise's
Yeah,
end.
thank you so much, Denise, for that. That's I knew there was something. I'm like, man, there's something I was forgetting. But yeah, that's the actual moon phase that's going to be going on. Also, you've got with ISIS K equaling 67. Well, you've got credible threat, which that's actually another quote directly from the article here. They say down here that yeah, due to a specific credible threat, right? So the people should leave the airport area immediately. So you've got credible threat equaling 67, just like ISIS K, just like human sacrifice, and just like Sihat Iama Road as well.
And again, just a quick reminder for everybody, if so does happen, I mean, again, perfect day as Sunday and Jesuit are a 3-for-4 match, and the 4 base ciphers. And what is the connection between like the Taliban and the CIA and the Jesuits? Well, the CIA is truly just the Catholics in action, and it's Jesuit modeled. St. Ignatius of Loyola structured government tyranny mechanism used by the U.S. to do shit like this, as what we're talking about. But again, I just wanted to point out the Sunday and the Jesuit thing there, the big connection between the two.
And also tomorrow, well, I guess technically today in Afghanistan, but whatever, it's the 35th Sunday of the year. So
oh wow,
35.
Look at that. And
Nice.
Here, and add to that, Jesuitism equals 35, Baphomet 35, Satan 35. Like, look at it, man.
Yep. So it's the start of the 35th week too. So it's
Start
right on
of the
35th.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. That's interesting, man.
This is nice, man.
This is very interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And so also, like I said too, Taliban, they're the same as ISIS. It's all CIA funded propaganda, man.
Well, just to add to that, actually, I think, what is it? Terror equals 68.
Yeah, like CIA.
CIA equals 68, right? Taliban equals 68.
No, it's ISIS K equals
ISIS
68.
K, sorry, yeah. And then to end it off, Catholicism equals 68.
Wow.
So it's, again, all roads lead to Rome in terms of who's behind these rituals.
Yeah, and Taliban equals 130 as well. Just like credible threat, which is again pulled directly from the article, and human sacrifice as well is 130. Now the other thing that's kind of interesting, or it's kind of morbid, I guess, but from the article they state that there's something called a dignified transfer, right? And what it says is the remains of troops killed in action overseas are usually flown back to the U.S. via Dover Air Base in Delaware, where fallen troops return to U.S. soil is marked by a solemn movement known as the, quote, dignified transfer, right? So when somebody dies overseas, they get a dignified transfer, and you look at dignified transfer equals 96.
Oh my God.
It's like Mullah Mohammed Yaqub, the guy who's the son of the founder. So it's pretty, they kind of just like playing into it, with the Taliban and killing U.S. soldiers. And then also U.S. Embassy is got, let's see, 124. So the reason why I bring that up is because I would look for a headline tomorrow quoting retaliation, because the way I think they're going to paint it is it's going to be ISIS K giving retaliation for the drone strikes that happened today, right? And you got drone strike here as well, which equals like 150 and 48, just like let's see what equals 150 on here. There's something that played into it with 60 or 120 or something, but
Well, just to quickly add to the two numbers that I spot is the 120, Illuminati 120, and then the 48 in the same cipher as Jesuit ritual equals 48, the reflection of Jesuit and Sunday. So
yeah, I would definitely say that might be a headline that you'll see that it's, quote, retaliation.
Yeah, that's an interesting one, man. Definitely Definitely something to look out for. Well, in the next coming hours, I guess. Shit, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be coming up soon, man. And
if that's the case, yeah.
here's the other thing too. So that Wazir Akbar Khan Road, like spelt out ROAD, equals 182. Just like Habatullah Akhundzada, and he also goes by Leader of the Faithful. Same numbers in all the ciphers. And then 115 as well. It matches that guy's name in the same cipher too. And then suicide bombing.
Sorry, real quick. The 115 killing equals 115, and Masonic equals 115 as well.
Oh wow, yeah. See,
interesting as well.
Yeah, it all plays in there. And then, like we said, 84 for suicide bombing goes into Sunday, goes into this guy Mullah Mohammed Yaqub. And then, since this guy goes by Leader of the Faithful, there was something there about his name. Also, real quick too, with American deaths equaling 58 and 86. Yeah, 86. So American deaths equals 86. Credible threat equals 86. Human sacrifice equaling 86 in the same ciphers.
When you say American death, is that something you pull from an article, or is that something that you're saying that might be in the headline per se?
Yeah, I would say it's going to be in the headlines.
Okay.
Look for like American deaths, because it's the same. When I did the decode the day before the airport attack, I had looked up. I'd thrown into the cipher. Let's see. I put into the cipher American deaths, same thing, and the cipher had matched up on that date too, and in the headlines it came out American deaths. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. No, I see the connection. I just wanted to clarify. No, for sure.
And then also, if you look at tomorrow's date, it's the 240th day of the year, and it leaves 125 days. So if we look, I think it was 125. There was something that I'm missing something, man. I don't know what I'm missing from this, because there was something that had to do with.
Could it be something related with the moon?
No, it was.
I know numerology equals 125.
There was something with the days left.
Just worth noting. Actually, wait, hold up. What? Today is the 29th now, right? Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Sorry. Ignore
in Afghanistan, it's the 29th. Well, 29th. even where you're at.
Oh well. Yeah, well, right. Look at the prime date numerology of the 29th, right? Or today is 78 and 42 prime date numerology.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. I'm sorry. I was looking at the 28th. I got to go up to the 29th.
Oh yeah.
That's what confused me, because I was looking at yours. I was like, wait, what day is it today? Shit. But yeah, no. Yeah.
That's what it is. 124. It leaves
like U.S. Embassy. Wow.
Yep. It leaves 124 days left in the year, like retaliation.
Okay.
U.S. Embassy.
Okay, that's
Dude,
interesting.
That's crazy.
That's interesting. I'm glad you got to finish that point there.
Yeah, my bad, man. I'm like.
Oh no, it's all good, man.
All good.
And then here's the other thing that I saw too. So if you look at Mohammed Omar, which that is.
Oh, you might have to zoom in on that, man.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, here. Let's zoom in a little bit.
There we go. That's a lot better.
So Mohammed Omar, right? That is actually the father of this guy, Mullah Mohammed Yaqub. So Mullah Omar was the founder of the Taliban. Mm-hmm. Well, he was killed April 23rd, 2013. If we look up 4/23 of this year, it's 4 months and 6 days from the date of his anniversary of his death.
Sacrifice, Catholic too.
Yeah, exactly.
A Catholic, like Afghanistan.
Oh
yes.
So,
it's and then 182. It's 182 as well, because it's 18 weeks and 2 days.
Right.
And 182 is Leader of the Faithful, Habatullah Akhundzada, and that road was here.
This is not looking too good.
And you know what's even darker too is I just thought about it now, is it would be on the 29th, and 29 is the 10th prime number, and again, God and Satan equal 10 in the reduction ciphers. So again, an act of God or Satan is what we're witnessing here, and I'm sure you guys can decipher which one is behind this potential act and in the previous acts that we've witnessed, or at least seen on mainstream. That's some interesting stuff, man. That's some very interesting stuff. I'm glad you got to get to that and come on today and touch on that. Is there anything else you wanted to kind of cover on that?
No, that's it. Like I said, sorry that the original time it crashed and it was kind of messy.
Oh, dude, no,
it's all good, man.
It's like
nothing
some
you
on
can
the
do with
fly
that one,
gematria,
man. Something like
Nah,
that.
this was great. So
yeah, so I just I'd be on the lookout for headlines tomorrow with an attack.
Everything that's going on, especially, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, man.
I mean, it is the Sunday, man. Sundays for me
Exactly.
in the news are just interesting because whether they report it on the Sunday or you hear it the Monday, they always got something interesting for you on Sundays.
Yeah, and Denise also said in the chat as well, new moon on September 7th. I touched on that with the decode I did about the market clerk.
Exactly.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
the
she reminded me about that.
1221st lunation of a new moon in Jewish gematria. Tower of Babel equals 1,000.
And that date, September 7th, that was your prediction, right? As far as the market. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, if you look up actually that guy that did the Messiah's Jubilee connection video, he pegs that date too. But I didn't even know about that video when I started that decode. I just happened to kind of pop up on it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this guy found the connection too. So
right.
But yeah, man, it's it's unfortunate, but it's all political theater. This whole it just gives people so much fuel to add to the fire of, oh, Biden's doing a terrible job, and I wouldn't be surprised if they use it against him to get him kicked out of office or to 25th Amendment him to get Kamala Harris in as president.
That's interesting, yeah.
And here's another thing too, just real quick to throw into the mix. So you know how that lady just took over what was that guy, Andrew Cuomo in New York?
Yeah, New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's her name is Kathy Hochul or Hochul. Well, her birthday was yesterday, the 27th.
Oh, okay.
And she turned, I think she turned like 50 some odd years old. So if it was 2021 minus 1958, yeah, she turned 63. 63, very interesting number in gematria. But yeah, so yesterday on her birthday is when they had this whole hurricane thing blow up about Hurricane Ida.
Right.
And it's kind of crazy because I had actually done a quick thing on one of Zach's videos. But if you look at the New York coat of arms, they just changed it this year.
Are you serious?
So it's always said Excelsior at the bottom, right, for like a long time, but just this year they added the motto E Pluribus Unum, which is like a motto for the United
Latin
States
or something?
Yeah, it is. It's on the it means out of many one.
Oh, okay.
And here's what's interesting about that. So they just this year added that onto the coat of arms.
Wow, look at this. This is interesting.
Very interesting, because when she got sworn in, she's the first person to get sworn in with that new motto added onto the coat of arms.
Wow.
And if you
So
look up,
did they change it right before she entered office, or?
I don't know when the budget was passed. I think it was, like it could have been, sometime earlier this year.
Sorry, this is the woman who replaced Cuomo, right?
Yeah,
Right.
correct.
And let me just chime in on Cuomo real quick, just for the ones who don't know, Cuomo won a Emmy. He won an international Emmy not too long ago, this year, and again, he's a governor. So why would a governor win like a form of an Emmy, right? Because what you associate Emmys with is like acting, no?
Right.
And again, these dudes do political theater, which is what the Jesuits are known for. And again, the Jesuits are said specifically. Sorry to cut.
No, you're good.
Guys
You're
off,
good.
but just real quick is the fact that Andrew Cuomo is the 56th governor of New York. And again, we talk about the number 56 associated with who? The Society of Jesus, which equals 56. So, we're dealing with actors here, and they're gonna get moved like pieces of.
Speaking of actors, don't forget that Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was the governor of California right after he finished Terminator and all these movies.
And fuck Trump, right? Trump is a reality star.
Right, exactly.
Ronald Reagan, the puppet of the Catholic Church, right? One of the biggest, just like Eric John Phelps said. So we're dealing with actors here, big time.
Well, it's crazy because if you look at Hurricane Ida, it equals 78, just like that new motto that they added in, which was 78.
And order out of chaos. Sorry to cut you off, bro, but order out of chaos equals 78 too. And I'm pretty sure it's in the same cipher, actually.
Yep, and it just so happens that all that news broke about Hurricane Ida on her birthday.
Yeah, there's no way that's a coincidence.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. But yeah, that was just a quick one that I had. But other than that, just be on the lookout for what might be going on tomorrow overseas and with Hurricane Ida for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely. Well, if something happens, man, you called it.
Yeah, exactly, man, exactly like Neo said, man, 100%. If on the next live stream, we'll have to come back and you'll have to connect with us again.
Absolutely.
And, we'll definitely chat on that. That's big, man. I like those. I like your additions, man, that you're adding into the live streams, bro. I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, somebody else in the chat, East0000 said it's a Super Schmidt on September 7th. Yeah, if you go back and watch the last video that I guess you guys both did
last week.
Went all into that, man. Super Schmidt,
exactly, very true.
And everything.
Go and check
that's
that
on Neo. Neo, that's on your channel, right? I think that's on your channel. The last live stream.
It was.
Yeah.
You're right.
So East, if you want to see
go
that,
ahead and link that stream in the description or in the comment section.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool stream, man. Everything in there was crazy, but. Yeah, other than that, I'll let you guys go. I'm sure you're pretty tired to see through the script. I'm sure you're exhausted.
we're going to definitely wrap this one up, my man. Your boys got work tomorrow, but it was definitely another great chat, man. I love it. Appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me on. You guys have a good night, man.
You too,
all right, man. You too.
Thanks.
And Neo, man, any last words for the stream?
Nah, man. I covered everything. I think you covered everything as well. I think this was a pretty good stream, man. So
most definitely.
That's all I have. Thanks to everybody for tuning in as always. So.
Exactly. Just like Neo said, thank you everybody for tuning in. Appreciate everybody's chats, and make sure to go follow us on our social medias. We keep it simple. It's Neo the Hacker, Neo the Hacker 59 on his Twitter, and I'm See Through the Script on pretty much everything. Check us out.
What I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna go ahead and link our stream that we did last week with Gematria Gaming in the chat right now. Let me go ahead and do that real quick before we exit off. Let's see.
Definitely, and appreciate everybody who was again staying up this late, wherever you are, whether it's early or late. We're gonna do some more, man. It seems like you guys are liking it. Me and Neo like chatting. It's cool that.
Absolutely.
Oh man, my boy DJ says, "How perfect, yo." That's your line, eh? That's your line. That's your phrase.
Yeah, that's and hopefully in our next stream, I'll have a lot more decodes for y'all too. So, like I said, I was out of town, so I didn't get a chance to decode anything. But I feel like Script carried this stream, so that was great.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. We're gonna definitely do it again. You're gonna, like you said, come back with more, guys. But everybody, appreciate you guys tuning in. Stay blessed. Have a good rest of your weekend and week, and we'll be back.
Peace.
All right, peace, y'all.